Late in 1944 in the Pacific, an event occurred that caused great rejoicing in both the U.S. fleet and the Japanese Navy. That was the day Commander McHale and PT-73 were transferred 9,000 miles away to the European theater of war. When they heard the news, the German High Command, in great panic, redoubled their vigilance along the English Channel. However, it was to embattle southern Italy that McHale was sent. Specifically to the seacoast town of Voltafiore, where the Germans were hastily pulling back to regroup their forces.
Hold it, Carpenter, hold it.
Oh, but sir, when Commander McHale comes along, he'll go the wrong way, and that's exactly what you have in mind, isn't it, sir?
You're beginning to come alive, Elroy. When the grateful peasants of Voltafiore present me their conquering hero with the key to the city, McHale won't be there to pick my pocket.
Oh, sir, you're so clever. Oh, you are clever.
Yes, all right, boy. Avanti, avanti. Kill me? Get me out of here.
Siamo qui, Voltafiore.
Hey, Voltafiore, siamo qui. Here we go.
Voltafiore, siamo qui.
Vieni qui. Benvenuto.
Hiya, Ben. I'm Charles Parker.
Benvenuto.
I told you, Charles Parker.
No, Chuck. Here, benvenuto means welcome. Buongiorno, signori.
Ah, sei un paesano.
Well, mezza, half and half.
Sì.
You see, my name is McHale, but my mother was a Boselli, venuto di Carpi, modern.
Carissimo. Benvenuto, signore. I am the mayor, Mario Lugato.
Oh, molto piacere.
Sì. Scusa. The loyal citizens of Voltafiore, they welcome with the tears of joy in their eyes the brave American liberators who liberate us from the German oppressors. Now, raus mit der Heil, Dummkopf. Scusa, signore, ma the Germans just to leave a little while ago. Sono americani, imbecille. Viva gli americani! That's a night. Rachele, dammi i fiori. Madame, dammi i fiori, Rachele. Beh, that's a few.
Now look, Your Honor, I think you better belay the celebration till Captain Binghamton gets here. You see, he's the commanding officer.
Ay, el comandante.
Captain, what's the matter? What happened? What's the matter?
Benvenuto, Capitano. The loyal citizens of...
Shut up! Well, you changed those road signs and you had me ambushed by the Germans. I'm gonna hang you right here in the public square.
Wait a minute, Captain. Just because you got lost, you can't blame us.
You fake! These flowers belong to the brave commandante here. That's yours.
Here, you better let me have these, sir, until you get cleaned up. I mean, after all, boy, you're a mess. I'll never go my life.
Don't get that on purpose. Well, the war has changed, but the enemy's still the same, isn't it? I'm gonna kill him.
No, wait a minute now. The mayor, the reception.
Benvenuto, Capitano.
That means welcome. They did that.
let's get on with the proclamation.
Yes, sir.
To the citizens of Voltafiore, greetings. I come to you not only as a liberator, but I come as a counselor and a friend. Oh. Come in.
Scusa, Comandante, ma here's your uniform. Just like new, all patched up, even the bullet holes in the back side. Hey, poop. You lucky man.
I know. It all happened when I bent over to tie my... Well, never mind about it. Give me, what are you looking at? People. Thank you, Your Honor, for going to all the trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. It's such a great pleasure to be of aid to the great and noble liberator, the hero of Voltafiore, the bravest of the brave, Il Tigre, Capitano Binghamton. Here's the bill.
The bill?
Speciale Liberation Price, 300 lira, marked down from 450.
300 lira?
Ma che cosa vuoi?
Io ho fatto questo lavoro.
Ma non si può fare. Allora, I'm sorry, but he's so greedy. He wanted me to charge you extra for the sales tax.
I'm glad I didn't have mine done, sir.
Pay them before the bill goes up, and get McHale up
I'm
here.
sorry. I'm sorry, ma I lose the argument. There's going to be 50 lira extra for the sales tax.
50 extra.
And now, perhaps a chocolate bar?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't have any right now, but maybe later.
No. I do. Yeah, special price for serviceman, 50 lira. With the nuts, 100. That's enough. Well, we must go, Comandante.
Yes.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
And if you like anything, just to whistle.
I'm sure you got a special price for a whistle.
Hey, your sense of humor is just the price.
I'm glad something is.
You know, you and me are going to get along. You're just a fun. You're a funny man. That's it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. I'm sorry we didn't see you.
Scusa, asa.
Get away from him, you menace, you. Are you all right, Your Honor?
As all right as a man can be with a severe case of whiplash.
Whiplash? But what the door hardly touched.
Whiplash! Are you going to hear from my dottore?
Captain!
Yes, sir. Tutti gli americani sono ladri. Ladri!
What do you mean, Robertson?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Captain, you can...
Well, you eight balls, you did it again, didn't you? We're just barely in this country, and already you've caused more mayhem than a drunken kamikaze.
Oh, beg your pardon, sir, but you're forgetting we're in Europe now. You ought to make that drunken Messerschmitt.
Shut up. S-S-H-U-T-U-P, shut up.
Hey, that's pretty good. Could you try Messerschmitt? I can never remember. Is it 2 S's and 2 T's?
All right, Captain, we're sorry for what happened out on the piazza. We'll try to make amends, sir. Sir, I wonder if you'd assign us our quarters. I'd like to get my men settled.
You would, huh?
Yes, sir.
McHale, this war is going to be different. From now on, I am going to lead the life of Riley, and you and your gang are going to rough it. Have McHale and his men pick up their tents and report to the bivouac area.
Yes, sir.
Tents? Bivouac area, but the captain...
That's right. You and your gang of high livers have had it. The 73 boat has come in by transport. Have Nutsy here go over and pick it up, would you? Dismissed.
But, Captain, please...
Elroy, what is the word they say here?
Vino. Wait, Vino. Are we ready for the American PT boat?
Ready. The signal, she's the same we use like last month for the German E-boat.
This time, we make a more spectacular. Hey, va, subito. Here they come. Andate via. Andate via. Signore, this way. Avanti.
Hi, Mayor. Nice you to go through all this trouble.
That's nice.
You're doing a beautiful job.
Attenti, basta! No, basta! Enough, please, no more! Wait, Assassini! Malscalzoni! You have destroyed the beautiful municipal pier of Voltafiore! Another war atrocity! Polizia! Carabinieri! Aiuto! Soccorso!
touch your dock. No touchy. No touchy.
Stupido American.
Hey.
You have ruined my veggies. The pomodori, the cavoli, the zucchini.
Now, look. Your salad's all right.
You have ruined my veggies.
No wedding. No wedding.
Take it easy, amigo. Don't worry, justice will be done. The United States government is going to pay in full to the last cockatiel. That's right.
500,000 lira.
Exactly my estimate. All right, and now we go to see Capitano Binghamton.
No, hold it. Oh, you can't see the captain. He's already mad at me. Look, don't go. We can work this out.
And now you make fun of the way we talk. All right. Come on. Ah, buongiorno, signori. Assassino. I see you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at vegetable salad all over the boat. What is it? No. Tell me. What happened to... No. Tell me you didn't.
Hi, Skip. What's new?
Oh, what's new, you in a minute?
Take it easy, Skip. It wasn't Mr. Parker's fault. The lousy dock collapsed before we even touched it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he's right. And besides, we aren't going to have to pay a cent. The mayor's going to sue Captain Binghamton.
Of course he is. And Lone Leadbottom's going to take every penny out of our hide. God darn it.
Hey, somebody's down there.
Hey, maybe it's a stowaway.
All right, come up out of there. No funny business. Vieni fuori di lì.
Oh, buongiorno, paisan!
Hey, what in the blazes are you doing here? You're supposed to be 9,000 miles away.
We left you stashed in a native village in Taratupa.
Hey, you can't show up in Europe. You're in the wrong war.
I'm sorry, Skipper-san, but I miss my old buddies.
Well, all this can get us all into a lot of trouble.
Guess I just being foolish. Okay, you better turn me in.
Oh, we can't do that, Skip.
Of course not. Not our old samurai.
Oh, I agree. Not our old samurai. After all, what's just a little Japanese PW with the United States Navy fighting the Germans in Italy yet? A little more trouble won't hurt. Come on, let's get out of here and fast. Come on. All right, come on, boys. Let's go.
Hi, Skip. You're next. Best shine in town.
Oh, come on. Have you guys flipped your lids? Come on, get the kid out of here. We got to talk in private.
No sweat, Skip. Everything's under control.
Hey, Joe, you want a nicer shine?
No, I don't need a shine. Fuji.
Yeah, and how about that disguise? Gruber made a switch with a shoe shine boy downtown.
Come on, are you eight balls still playing games? Binghamton will see right through that doggone disguise. Now, come on, we got to find a place to stash Fuji, and quick.
This is red. It's Leadbottom.
Oh, no.
Mamma mia!
Who's in here? Quick.
Hurry up. He's right on us.
No room. Come here. Get down. Make like a sea bag.
Hurry up.
All right, sit boys. Ten hot. Hi, Captain. There you are.
All right, McHale, you're up to your bloodshot eyeballs in trouble.
In trouble.
Mayor Legato told me what happened to his dock.
His dock, yes. Oh, the dock. Yes, sir, the dock. Well, sir, if you'd come over to my personal quarters, sir, I'll tell you exactly how it happened.
I know how it happened, and if you and your pirates don't come up with 500,000 lira and fast heads are gonna roll.
Yeah.
Take your grubby hands off of me.
Oh, now, Captain, you gotta listen to me, sir.
I don't want to listen. What the devil is this?
Calisthenics, sir. Calisthenics. They're getting in shape for the Titan campaign. Yes, sir.
Oh, sure love those deep knee bends.
Oh, yes. This is yoga. This is stork position. I'm working on the happy goose. That's with both feet off the ground.
Happy goose. Dumb dodo's more like it.
Now, if you just listen, sir, you see, the way we figured it out is that...
I don't want any more of this nonsense. McHale, you and your clowns come up with 500,000 lira. Within 24 hours, you're going to work it off in prison. And you're going to work it off at the rate of 1 lira a day.
A lira a day. Yes, sir.
Happy goose.
Mamma mia, how are we going to come up with that kind of dough?
Hey, but what about Fuji? Welcome to sunny Italy. First day here, and we've been hit with everything but the kitchen sink.
Don't look now, but here comes the kitchen sink.
You ain't open your big mouth. Come on, that German's coming in fast, boys. Let's go.
I just want to see if they're as blonde as they say they are.
Come on. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's get in here. Hurry up. Come on. Hurry up. That's what I call a narrow squeak. It's a good thing we stumbled onto this. Hey, what do you know?
Gentlemen, mark this moment well. We've just discovered the tomb of the little old winemaker.
But this also solves problem number one. This is the place we stash Fuji.
Yeah, and it's got all the modern conveniences. Hot and cold running vino.
Oh, what are we waiting for? Wait a minute, booby trap! Doggone it, watch it next time, will you?
Holy Toledo, this must be where the Nazis hid their loot. Look, it's the original Mona Lisa.
What original? Here's a half a dozen more.
Hey, looks like somebody's running a phony art racket, boys.
Ah, so that's what she's smiling at.
Man, what an operator. I'd take my hat off to him if I knew who he was.
Hey, Skip, take a look at this.
Hey, boys. Looks like we found his books.
Hey, that's all in Italian, Skip. What's it say?
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's see. That's his monthly take.
Jumping torpedoes. This guy's really got every angle going.
Oh, but listen to this. Listen. Collected from Reich Colonel von Struder. Do it to me. 200,000 lira for damage to the municipal docks.
Hey, that's the same dock I was supposed to have hit.
It must have been rigged.
How about those creeps? They collect from the Germans and now they want to collect from us.
Shh. Somebody's coming. Fuji, hide on it. Quick, in the back.
Martino, you sure about the information?
Si, Padron. A unit of the American 442nd is pass by here within the hour. The word is to come from our man in San Lucio.
Ah, si, Pietro, good man. Last week, he sold 3 Mona Lisas.
Buongiorno, signore.
McHale, what are you doing here?
Well, I'd say I was getting my boys off the hook for 500,000 lira.
Look, Padron, they find the cheated. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no? Well, let me make it easy for you, Your Honor. You see, if you don't stop that claim for 500,000 lira, I'm just going to have to show the captain all about your phony dock, among other things.
Yeah, fine thing. Blaming me for wetting your zucchini.
You can't prove nothing. My name is not in there.
Oh?
No. And I, Mario Lugato, will defy all you American bullies to take advantage of a poor, honest Italian citizen. You destroy their hope. You crush their spirit. You take their eyes and you make... Ow!
Mr. Mayor, now about this ledger here.
What's going on here?
They're just playing games. All right, get them out. All
Fermo,
right,
bastamente, stop at the boat. Stop at the boat. Who's this man?
Just an ordinary Italian shoeshine boy.
That's all right.
That's all right. You think I'm a blind? These are Japanese. Last Sebastianov. Captain of Binghamton are going to be very happy to find out that you hired a Japanese spy. We're going to get a big reward for this.
But, Padron, the merchandise for the 442nd...
Peanuts, we got a bigger business deal now. Come on, Tino. Come on. Hey, arrivederci, McHale. Or maybe I should say, sayonara.
We can't let him go.
Yeah, if he squeals about Fuji, we're sunk. Let's grab him.
No. What good would that do? Doggone it. Fellas, I think we had to come all the way to Italy to find the end of the line.
I'm sorry, fellas. This is all my fault.
I just had a hot flash. Didn't that Mayor Stooge say that they were going to try to palm all this stuff off on the 442nd when they came through?
Yeah, that's what Dino said.
Aha. This is it, boy. Fuji, start taking off those clothes, boy. And this is what you're going to do. All right, soldier. Come on out.
Boy, Skip, I sure hope you know what you're doing.
He almost looks like a GI.
You gotta be kidding.
Here they are, sir. I put them all under arrest. Every one of them.
Ted Hutt!
Oh, knock it off, McHale, you traitor. Going straight isn't going to save you now. Where's this notorious Japanese spy you harbor? Where's he?
That's to him. He changed your clothes, man. That's to him.
Watch it, Your Honor. This man happens to be an American GI.
Ma che americano.
Yeah, he's as American as apple pie.
Sukiyaki pudding, you mean? I know a nip when I see one.
Me too. You can't fool me.
Talk, you bonsai devil.
But, Captain, you gotta believe me, sir. He's as American as you are. Isn't that right, Irving?
You said it, chum. Hooray for Brooklyn Dodgers!
Keep him covered, all right. Keep him covered. Try to karate chop there.
I saw that.
You killer.
Crazy, Daddy-o.
Yeah, you tell him, Irving.
Maledetto, don't believe him, Capitano.
Get in the truck, McHale.
Oh, but, Captain, you gotta understand, sir. This man is an American.
In the truck.
Oh, where are they? They've got to come.
In the truck, McHale. In the truck.
Please, somebody. Oh, thank you. Captain, would you excuse me for just a moment, sir? Sergeant! Hey, soldier! Soldier, can you hold it just a second? Captain?
It's a nip guerrilla attack. They've come to save their spy. Shoot, man, shoot.
Oh, no, don't shoot. These guys are American GIs.
I know Japanese when I see them. Fire.
That's right, they are Japanese. Japanese Americans. These men are part of the famous 442nd Nisei combat team.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, you see, one of your boys is in a bit of trouble because our captain doesn't believe that you guys are American GIs.
Ah, so.
Captain, I was born in California, graduated from UCLA, class of '38. What college did you go to?
I didn't go to college, but I graduated from high school. I was the head of my dancing class. And what's this got to do with anything?
Hey, you guys, how about that? Let's hear it for UCLA, the old alligator.
Yeah! Alligator! Alligator! UCLA, we're true to you!
Put down! You mean you're really on our side?
You better believe it.
And if you don't believe it, you can check with General Mark Clark.
I'll get him on the phone.
And I believe.
I don't care if you believe or you don't believe. I want my reward.
You meddlesome busybody, you. How dare you level those dastardly charges against this fine, loyal American boy. Now, you get out of here. You get out of
here. Sarge, you got here just in the nick of time.
No sweat, sir. I'll see that boy gets to his outfit. Let's go, pal. By the way, what outfit are you with?
Well, you see,
It's all right, Sarge. We'll take care of Irving here.
It's no bother. We take care of our own. We'll find his outfit.
How about that, Sarge? Wait.
How did we ever get in this mess?
There goes poor Fuji, the all-American GI. There he goes, up to the front to fight.
Oh, what a war. Un bel giorno c'è da finire questa guerra, porca la miseria. Andiamo. Oh, come on, let's go.
What all that mean?
What a spot to be in. Poor Fuji.
You can say that again. Well, if he doesn't open up his mouth, he gets sent up to the front lines and gets shot at. And if he does, he still gets the same treatment in front of a firing squad.
At these gates, it's only Irving.
What's he do, go over the hill?
Oh, no. After we have nice talk, that sergeant let me go. His name is Kobayashi, George Kobayashi.
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
Kobayashi, my mother's name. It turned out we second cousins.
Before I got in it.
Yeah, keep singing.
What an ease, kid.
One more chorus.
Oh, man, how do they expect us to live without any running water?
Oh, we got running water. We just got to run 1.5 miles to get it. Oh, come on, Foods. What's with the shower? Give.
Sorry, Willie-san. Your water ration all used up for today.
Man, no water, no heat, no electricity. Man, are we living?
Come on, you 8-ball. Stop your griping. What's the matter with you?
What's right, Skip? We're just counting our blessings.
You prima donnas are getting soft. It won't hurt you to rough it a little bit. Skip.
Skip, I just ran into some GIs down the road. The quartermaster's setting up a shower unit in Cabo Vallada.
With lots of hot water?
What are we waiting for? Hold it, forget it. Capo Vallado is 20 miles away. And in case you jaybirds have forgotten, Captain Binghamton has us restricted to the base. Remember?
Ah, come on, Skip.
Nobody's going AWOL for a shower. Now, that's it.
Morning, mateys.
There you are. Now, how about that? You don't hear Mr. Parker griping, do you? If it's good enough for him, it ought to be good enough for you guys.
Yeah. All right, Skip.
Okay, Pooch, let's go. Gotta get scrubbed up for the war, you know.
Fire when ready, Samurai. Hey, Fuji, no water.
Tank must be stopped up. Must have been made in Japan.
Why did you guys tell me I was standing in the wrong spot? Doesn't count.
But, General, Colonel Harrigan must have misrepresented my position to you, sir. I never complained about my quarters, General. I may have mentioned the plumbing a little bit, but I'm a rugged fighting man, and as such, I like to rough it, General. I mean, the rougher the better.
Sir, your bubble bath is ready.
Excuse me, General. My exec just rushed in with an urgent bulletin. Yes, I know Colonel Harrigan is in charge of military government here, General, and I'll cooperate with him in every way possible, General. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, yes. Over and out. Bye, General. Oh, that rat Harrigan. Can you imagine him misrepresenting my position as a general? He's just trying to get me in trouble with the general, that's all. The man is anti-Navy, that's what he is.
Oh, sir, he's got you all unnerved. But a good soak in this tub will ease those tensions. I've got the water all nice and heated, and, sir, I even put in some bubble bath.
The nerve of those people. Expecting me to live in a drafty dump like this with a bombed-out bathroom. It's uncivilized.
Sir, I don't mean to rush you, but Colonel Harrigan could walk in here at any moment, and we wouldn't want him to find out that we have this tub because we never did report it.
Because we aren't going to use the tub. And why should I report it? All I did was liberate this tub so Harrigan couldn't get his clammy little hands on it, that's all. He is the most miserable, conniving, what are you gawking at?
Sir, do you always take a bath in your swim trunks?
Well, of course I don't, you ninny. But until they put some shutters on these windows, you don't think I'm gonna prance around here like Lady Godiva, do you? Get out of the way. Ooh, where did you get this water?
Too hot, sir?
Never mind. Give me the soap.
Captain. Oh,
For the love, can a man have any privacy?
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'd never expect you to be taking a bath in your own office.
Hey, a skate trophy.
Hey, boy, look at that. Hey, how fast will she go, sir?
Stop it! McHale, get that baboon out of here.
Oh, we just came over to get your permission, sir, to go up to Capo Vallada. You see, the quartermasters have rigged up a shower unit up there.
Negative, McHale. Negative. Will you get that peeping Tom away from me?
Sir, look, we don't have any running water. We're bivouacked, and we are entitled to decent showers, sir.
You're breaking my heart, McHale. This is not a luxury cruise, you know. This is a war. We've all got to make some sacrifices. You don't see me complaining, do you? Elroy, more bubble bath.
Oh, come on, Captain. Look, we can take a fast run up there and be back in 2 shakes.
Yeah, boy, hey, I wish we could take some of this stuff. It really smells great.
Stop feeling my bubbles. You miserable little fiend, you get him out of here. Get back to your base, you're all restricted. Now.
Chuck. I hope you Enjoy your bath, sir.
Not me. Hope all your bubbles bust.
Oh, boy, the guys are sure gonna be disappointed.
Oh, no, they're not.
You're getting my clean floor all
I'll
right.
clean floor you baboon,
Oh,
you!
oh, sir! Oh, that's smart, sir. I can't see. Sir, a towel! Sir!
Well, you stop sniveling and shut the door. I'm in a draft here.
Sir, I can't see. Oh!
No! Carpenter, stop the tub!
Runaway bathtub!
Lean!
I got Colonel Harrigan.
Well, if it isn't Bubbles Binghamton. Having your regular Saturday night drag race?
Now, Colonel, I can explain all this. You see?
I tell you what I see. I see a naked captain. Now, get up out of there before I have it. Whoa, hold it. We almost lost the PTA.
Oh, you don't have to worry about anything, sir. He's got his bathing trunks on.
Well, I should have expected that. I mean, any sane person would have sense enough to put something on before he went for a ride in his bathtub.
Yeah, let me give you a hand there, Captain Bubbles, sir. Get your hands off of me, McHale. And have your fingernails cut. What are you people standing around gawking at? Don't you have anything to do? Scat! Get out of here. Scat!
Hold it. Been doing a little moonlight shopping, I see.
Moonlight? Oh, you mean the tub?
I'm ashamed of you, Captain Binghamton. A man of your rank, stooping to common thievery.
Thievery? What thievery? I rescued this tub from the rubble. I gave it a good home.
For your info, Captain, all confiscated equipment automatically becomes the property of the U.S. Armed Forces. Sergeant, empty this tub out. Put it in my car. I'm taking it in.
Wait, this is mine. It's my tub.
Look, get your pants on, Binghamton. You're due for a staff meeting at command headquarters in Marcina in half an hour. Hubba!
It's tough luck, Captain, but it's like you've always said. All of us have to make a few sacrifices.
Yeah, it's too bad you only have one bathtub to get to your country.
That does it, fat boy. This is mine.
Does this happen often, Commander?
Oh, no, sir. Just on bath nights.
Yippee! We're gonna get a real shower.
Hope I haven't forgotten how to take one.
I only get a chance to use the talcum powder that book he sent me.
Hope you don't get in trouble, Skip. Running out in Binghamton's orders like this.
Oh, I'm just not gonna let old Binghamton give us the shiv while he soaks his flab in a bubble bath. All we gotta worry about is getting back before he gets through with that staff meeting.
Hey, Skip, look! It's a Jerry. He's coming in.
Battle stations, boys, move! Move!
I got him in my sight, Skip.
Well, what are you waiting for? An invitation? Shoot!
Okay, you're asking for it, fella. Oh, you want to fight dirty, huh?
Skip, the fuel line got knocked out! Oh, for crying out loud. Listen, make a smoke screen. We'll try to hide under it. Go on, quick.
I'll help you, Skip. Hey! The smoking lamp is out!
Talk about just making it.
We were sure lucky to shake that bandit.
Yeah, but where the heck are we?
That Jerry chased us way off course. Hey, how are you guys, okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Take how about that fuel line? How's it coming?
It's shot up pretty bad, Skip. I need an 8-inch piece of pipe to patch it up.
Oh, isn't that just ducky? Boy, that'll look good in a log. Something funny happened on the way to the showers.
You mean radio the base, Skip?
Oh, sure, and let them know we're playing hooky? No, we gotta scrounge us some pipe. Tell you what, Chuck, Gruber, Tink, you guys come with me. The rest of you guys stay right here and keep your eyes open. I got a hunch we're pretty close to the front lines. Come on.
I'll stay by the radio.
How do you like that for a snub, Carpenter? The general didn't pay any attention to me all during that staff conference. And then he invited everybody to stay for lunch except me. I tell you, it's un-American.
Sir, it could be your dandruff. I've been meaning to speak to you about it.
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to... Harrigan's car with my bathtub in it.
It's your tub, all right, sir. That's your ring around it.
I knew he wasn't going to turn that tub in. He's going to keep it for himself, that tub napper.
Sir, what are you going to do? You're not going to steal it.
No, I'm just going to pick it up and hit a smart lieutenant with it, that's all. Quit babbling and help me with this thing.
But, sir,
You peasants there, don't stand around gawking. Come over here, give me a hand with this. Halpa. That's the nice.
But, sir, what about Colonel Harrigan?
Oh, that sneak. I'll show him Bubbles Binghamton strikes back. All right, heave the hoe. Heave the hoe. Heave the hoe. That's the good boy.
Over here, Colonel. Right in here.
Heave the hose. Good boys. Oh, pasta for everybody.
Thank you. That's fun.
All right, yes. Lovely.
Looks peaceful enough, but keep your eyes open.
Hey, enemy attack! We're surrounded. Hit the deck.
Hold it, it's only a cow.
A cow? Are you sure? Where would an Italian cow learn how to speak American?
Maybe she went to night school.
Come on.
C'è qualcuno qui?
Well, it's a good thing that Skip's mother was Italian.
Hey, buddy. Let's take a look. Nobody in there. Whoever it was sure took off in a hurry.
Yeah, they must have left in the middle of lunch. Hey, get away from that spaghetti.
Watch it, boys. This whole place could be booby-trapped.
Hey, Agnew, Skip's right. Nothing messier than booby-trapped spaghetti.
Boys, there's only one reason why these poor farmers would leave in such a hurry.
You mean Germans? You mean we're behind enemy lines?
I think that's exactly where we are.
All right, now, you guys, let's not panic. After all, we got to get oriented. Now, the first thing you do when you're in a combat area is get the lay of the land. Then you watch out for enemy troop movements. Well, see, just like I told you, there they are, the Germans. Now, once you spot the Germans!
Holy jumping hen, it is a Jerry patrol. Come on, stand back from the window.
Right, you guys, now, cool keel. Don't fire to see the whites of the rays.
Hold it. No. Those pea shooters are no good against the burp guns. Besides, they probably got a whole battalion following them.
What are we going to do, invite him in for pizza?
Okay, sailor, this is no time for jokes.
Hey, wait a minute, Tink. That's a great idea.
It is?
Yes. Wait a minute. Look, get in these clothes quick. It's our only chance.
If not a dress.
That's an order. Come on, move. Oh, God, they'll be here any second. Hurry up, you guys.
Here, Skip, I've seen Italian hairdos, but I'll never get away with this.
Öffnen Sie die Tür!
Un momento.
Schnell machen!
Un momento, per piacere. Oh, nice soldier boys. How is it?
Out of the way, stupid peasant.
Benvenuto. Come right in. Oh, it's a great honor for you nice soldier boy come visit Angelo's house.
Quiet, Dummkopf.
Well, no, you got all the wrong. The name is Angelo, no Dummkopf.
Silence! Who else is at the house?
So it says, it's just us poor contadini, farmers, you know.
Hören Sie die Schweinhunde sofort.
You see, is it? Oh, it's a nice, beautiful family. It's my mama. And here's my bambina, the baby, Fiorello. And there's a pretty little goose. That's my beautiful daughter, Rose. See?
Hello, Fräulein.
Well, I know you boys in a hurry catch American soldier, so we know hold you up, in the itch and a cree.
Nein, my man.
Huh? Well, you come again at some time when you can stay longer, yes?
Nein. We eat here. Serve the food.
Oh, but this is no good. This is just a wartime spaghetti.
That's right. She tasted just like a shoelace.
No shoelace, more like a shoes.
I said we eat here. Serve the food. Schnell.
Serve the food, schnell. Andiamo, servono. Porca la miseria, porta un po'. Serve the food. What? Rosa. Spaghetti, come on.
Pass auf ein bisschen, wa?
Oh, so gut, ja.
Ah.
Wilhelm, that fat Fräulein looks good to you?
Ja, sehr gut.
You've been in the front lines too long.
No, das ist...
You like a sauce?
Oh, ja, fine.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, Rosa, watch the panka Hank now. More sauce.
This can't be the way back to the base. We've been driving around in circles for an hour.
Well, I'm just following your direction, sir. You said you knew the way back.
Well, if you don't think this is the right way, why don't you speak up and just say so, you pea-brain? You're a pea-brain.
Well, I tried to, sir, 20 minutes ago. Don't you remember? You said...
Shut up.
Those were your exact words.
Stop babbling and drive. Not an auto club in sight. No wonder they're losing the war.
Oh, sir, look, over there. It's a farmhouse. Oh, we're saved, sir.
Well, let's get over there. And watch the bumps. You damage my tub and I'll have your head.
Come on, andiamo. Clear up the table over here. And now you nice gentlemen have a nice meal. Angelo knows that you anxious to get it back into the war, right? So now you go and don't you worry about the dish.
Oh, please, I'm not that kind of Fräulein.
Come on! Hey, Rosa, what are you doing?
Schwein, how dare you assault a soldier of the Reich?
Rosa, behave yourself or Mama will spank.
Hey, per piacere, Sergeant. You gotta forgive Rosa. You see, she's a little punchy ever since the cow kick in the head. Now, so, arrivederci. Now, you come back at some other time, eh?
Nein, we don't leave yet. We've had more wine.
Wine. No. Well, it's all gone. Kaput.
Was ist das?
Das ist grapes. Help yourself.
Nein, wir waren Wein. You. Kommen Sie hervor. Jo, Fräulein, ja. Make it to feet.
You want me to make it with it?
Yeah, make it to feet.
But to make it with the feet, to make a wine, it's going to take a longer time.
We wait. Make it to feet. Schnell. Faster, Fräulein. Faster. And you others don't just stand there. Make me some more to eat. Bring us some pizza. Or get back. Amerikanische Offiziere.
Himmel, was ist los mit der Badewanne?
Wilhelm, Hans, sei sie heraus.
Scusa, Sergeant, but what's going on?
Don't move on.
Sir, aren't you glad I brought along my Italian-English dictionary? Now, how do you say we are lost?
Oh, shut up. I'll do the talking here. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I want a haircut. Moron wrote a book like this, for heaven's sake.
Well, sir, the first thing you say is buongiorno. That means good morning or good afternoon. Buongiorno.
I know what it means. I want a haircut. Buongiorno. Oh, blast this book. Why don't you people learn how to speak English like everybody else?
I think we better... No, we
Coming out.
Go ahead. I can't remember my serial numbers. Begins with a 6, maybe a 5. Do you remember my numbers?
Shut up. I hope you fellas aren't going to do anything drastic. I mean, we wouldn't do anything to hurt you. As a matter of fact, I used to own a German Shepherd. Oh, he's a lovely animal. I think I have a picture.
Hey! Setzen Sie sich.
Huh?
Sit down, Schwein.
He doesn't like you.
Herr Hauptmann, wir haben 2 amerikanische Offiziere gefangen genommen.
You peasants just gonna stand there and let them abuse us like this? Do something. We're friends of Joe DiMaggio's.
Sir, That peasant girl over there with the blue feet. We've seen her before.
Oh, for him. Our lives are hanging by a thread, and you're ogling peasant girls with blue. Yeah, but I don't believe it.
Hey, watch. Don't you put your hands on my daughter, you filthy Americano.
She's not your daughter, and you're...
Angelo Boselli, you pig!
I know talking to you, Yankee dog.
That little crackpot, you.
I know have to take that, Papa.
Don't you take it? No, go, Rosa.
Hey, you, Capitano, watch out.
You Italianos, get over there. Der Oberkommandant wants to see you and the lieutenant. Mach schnell.
Hey, Sergeant, you wait just a minute. We're going to make you a nice 4 pizzas to go. Hey, Mom, Rosa, Fiorella, andiamo, 4 pizza. Got to make a nice 4 pizza.
Nein, we cannot wait.
Oh, we almost got it ready. Yeah, look. Hey, bella, more. Look at that, huh? Nice. All right, Bambina. Here we go. Buona fortuna. All right, boys, up with them. Up. March now.
All right, you're the skipper. Let's go. Raus.
Ist nicht ein Fräulein. Ach du Liebe. Amerikaners don't fight fair.
Oh, that's too bad. All right, come on, Rouse. Out.
All right, McHale, I'll take over now. They're my prisoners, and so are you.
We're your Oh, come on, Captain. Have you flipped?
I'll show you who's flipped when I file my charges with the commanding general. Going AWOL, taking a boat out against orders, being out of uniform. One court-martial I wouldn't like to miss.
Oh, but you're not going to miss it, Captain. You see, you'll be right there trying to explain why you were joyriding behind the enemy lines with a stolen bathtub in your Jeep.
Hey, Skip, look, this pipe is just what we need for that fuel line connection.
You're kidding.
Get your hands off of that pipe. You damage my tub, and I'll have you shot.
Calm down, Captain. A 73 needs that pipe worse than you do. All right, you Krauts, let's grab hold of that bathtub and let's go back to the boat. Rouse! We'll see you back in the town, Capitano.
Wait a minute, you McHale's. Put that back. That tub belongs to me.
Don't feel too bad, Wally. You can put a star in your window. You got a bathtub in the service.
I'll put you in my window, you dodo.
Easy. Can't hit a senorina.
Oh, I'll hit you anywhere I want. Careful, boy. Be careful. Watch out. Now, don't get dirt on it. I don't want to have it all scratched up. Just be careful.
Captain.
Shut up,
Captain.
I want to get this inside before that creep Harrigan keeps snooping around here. Would you get out of the...
Captain.
Oh, Colonel Harrigan.
You were saying, Binghamton?
Yeah, well, I was saying...
Well, the captain is much too modest to admit it, sir, but you see, he saw this Jerry patrol running off with the tub, and, well, under his brilliant leadership, we went out and tracked the enemy down and captured them, sir.
You captured an enemy patrol? Where? Where are they?
Yeah, good work, McHale, good work. We turned them over to G2. It's all in a day's work.
G2's got them, eh? Well, I better get right over there. Now, you men load this tub in my car and handle it with care, because G2's probably going to want to check it for fingerprints.
Now, wait a minute. That tub is mine, and the victor belongs to spoil.
Now, let's not be corny, Binghamton.
I'm not being corny, and I'm not going to get back.
Let's not corny.
Just like you, Mama.
My beautiful daughter, Gina, she has such a big problem.
Well, now, you just go ahead and tell us, and maybe we can help you.
Oh, that's a good. Bene, va, sit down. We'll all talk it
Sit
over.
down, boy.
Gina, vieni qua, dici. Tell Signor Michele what's your big problem.
Oh, Signor Michele, my friends, I am so unhappy.
Oh, boy. My tan hot. Oh, tan hot.
You bumbling boob, you moronic misfit, you...
Well, look at it this way, sir. It kind of makes you an old salt.
Yeah, sir. I want you and your gang of pirates to get out of here. Out, 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 out.
No, wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. We just came off a mission, and now we're on liberty, and we have every right to be here.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir.
Now you hear this, McHale. You don't have any rights unless you get them from me, and guess what? I've just taken them away.
Come on, gang. No fraternization between Italian civilians and U.S. naval personnel. Captain, you can't do this.
Can't I? I can do anything I please.
Hey, what it means that it's a fraternization? Does it mean that my friends are not gonna come here no more?
That's what it means. I'm cracking down.
Yes, me, you're cracking up.
You heard that. Arrest that man.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute.
Boys, it's a scramble. Hurry up.
Bum deals. No fraternization.
No girls.
Nothing to do.
Nowhere to go.
No girls. What, may I ask, is going on here? What's everybody just sitting around for?
What else is there to do?
No fraternization.
No girls.
Yeah, but nobody said nothing about no work. I thought I told Mr. Parker to have you 8 balls load up the ammo boxes on that 73.
Told us to stay here, Skip, while he went to pick up the hand grenades.
The hand? You let Mr. Parker go pick up the hand grenades by himself? You bird brains load those ammo boxes while I go find them. Or what's left of them. Mr. Parker!
All right, you Jerrys. You asked for it. Crew of the 73's here, and we're going to give it to you just like we did those sneaky nips. All I have to do is pull this pin and let...
Ensign Parker, it is me, Gina.
Oh, Gina. Boy, am I glad it's you. I just pulled a pin in this grenade, and you know what that means.
Mr. Parker! Escondete, hide. You're holding a grenade.
Yeah, I know. I just told her.
Not the pin, the grenade. Throw it! How many times have I told you we're not to play with grenades?
No, well, you see, she said psst, and I thought she was a German. I didn't know psst was Italian, too, see, so I'm terribly sorry that we... oh, no fraternization.
Gina, what are you doing here anyway? You're not supposed to be here.
I'm desperate. I need your help. I tried to tell you this morning at the cafe.
Well, what is it you want? Well, what can we do?
My Victoria has come home, and we are so much in love, we want to get married. But El Prate, the priest, is away. We want to get married today, right now.
Well, I'm sorry, Gina, but there's no way I can help you. Unfortunately, I'm not a chaplain.
Yeah, he's only a skipper of a PT boat. Hey, wait a minute. As captain of a naval vessel, you can marry her.
He could? Oh, this is wonderful. When you see my Victoria and how much in love we are, you will say, see. Yes. Vittorio!
Gina, no, oh, thanks a lot.
Vittorio! Vieni qui.
Hey, he's an Italian soldier.
Wait a minute, hold it. Not with the grenades.
Signors, this is Vittorio. He's giving himself up. But before he goes to the detention camp, we want to get married.
Per favore, please, Commander. It will give us something to live for.
Oh, look, son, I'd like to help you and Gina out, but this is way out of my line.
Gina! Gina,
Oh, no, we're being invaded.
Oh, boy, if Binghamton never sees us, we're fraternizing all over the place.
Gina, is it all arranged?
Dimmi.
As captain of the ship, Signor Michele can marry Victoria and me. Oh, Green, and I love it.
Please. As the mayor, I hug first.
Permetti! Wait a minute. Look, I'm still in the Navy. There's still a war around, and I just couldn't do it.
McHale, where's your compassion? I'm not thinking for myself, for my fee, for making the arrangements for the contract of the marriage. 50 lira in advance, please. I'm thinking about these two desperate young lovers. Look at this unhappy young man's face. You ever see a face so miserable? Yes, look at his face. He risked his life to return to Gina to marry.
Signor McHale, has your heart turned to stone? I speak to you no longer as a friend, but as a mother.
Como una mamma.
I don't care what the consequences are. I'm going to marry him myself.
Hold it, all right. I should have my head examined. You win.
Oh, you're such an angel. If he was a little bit older, I would have made this a double wedding.
All right, come on, let's get this marriage over with fast. Everybody down the boat.
The boat?
The only place a ship's captain can legally perform a wedding is on his own ship. So come on, everybody, hurry up.
What are you talking about, hurry up? A bride can't marry in a street to clothes. We go home and get a wedding gown.
See.
A wedding gown, but this thing is supposed to be secret.
And I got to put on my official suit with a new sash. In Voltafiore, we don't have a cacamania weddings. Ma che cosa? Rosa, vieni qui, ti voglio parlare. Vieni. Zitto. All right. This wedding I arranged for you is going to cost you very cheap. I'm going to charge you just like a friend.
Do me a favor, Lugato. Charge me like an enemy.
See, now first, because Gina is marrying un soldato italiano, I'm going to give you the serviceman's rate.
Grazie.
Prego. Then I'm gonna give you the special deluxe menu, including vino a cappuccino and 5 lira pizza for the immediate family.
The immediate family? But this wedding is supposed to be a secret. Oh, when McHale find out, he'll get very mad.
But what's a wedding without the immediate family? You know, can do.
That's right. You're right. But the whole village.
I already invited.
Buongiorno.
Na fraternization. Boom!
Silenzio. Now, hurry up. We're all going to meet at my cousin Luigi's farmhouse, which I have donated as a waiting room.
Did you see the looks on their faces, Carpenter? Why, they hate me. I tell those people they hate me.
You, sir? How could anyone hate you? You're so kind, so generous, so lovable.
I know all that. Must be that no fraternization order. That's all I can think of. But I'm telling you, Carpenter, that order is going to be enforced. You understand that? Enforced.
Oh, goodness.
Even the buildings hate me.
I still like you, sir.
Oh, shut up. Answer that thing. I'm not in. I don't care who it is. I'm not in.
Yes, sir. Captain Binghamton's office. Who? It's the General, sir. I'm sorry, General. He's out.
Give me that. Hello, General. I just got back. I was out at the big reception, General. The people were giving a parade in my honor. And they were throwing things, like flowers. They were throwing flowers. And their beloved military governor. Yes. Lieutenant, would you shut the window? I can't hear the General with the people cheering.
Sir, there's nobody out there cheering.
Yes, General, you were saying? Oh, Undersecretary of State Gilbert is coming here today. He's coming. Oh, what a pleasant shock. I'm so surprised. Oh, yes, General. I'll arrange quite a nice reception for the Undersecretary. I'll see you then, General.
Sir, did you say Undersecretary of State?
He's touring all of the towns to check the attitude of the Italian civilians toward their military governors. The General is greatly pleased that I'm loved.
Sir, they hate you.
Don't remind me. I know what they... We have got just 2 hours to change hate into love. Now, I want a band. I want the town filled with flowers. And I want a reception of both the civilian and military personnel.
Oh, but sir, that's fraternization. What about your order?
Take the orders down. I don't care about you. All the signs must... I gotta be loved. They have to love me.
But sir, I'll tell them.
Don't tell them, Elroy. Beg them. Love. I've got to be loved. Loved.
Hello? Where'd everybody go? Sir.
Yeah, well, it's about time. Is my welcoming committee ready? Well.
I'm afraid it's not very well, sir. I don't understand. I checked all over. There's not a civilian in town. It's like a ghost town out there.
Are you trying to tell me that those were ghosts who were booing me out there today? Now, you get back out and you find me some happy, cheering Italians. Or I'm telling you, it's the Russian front for you. You know how easily you catch cold.
Oh, yes, sir, I know my sinuses are a wreck. But please, sir, I tried. I ran. I was all over town.
No excuses. Now, for the naval part of this thing, I want all of the PT boats under my command.
Yes.
Now, I will greet the VIPs from the bridge of the 111.
Oh, the 111 isn't in port, sir. It's out on a mission.
What is it doing out on a mission?
The war, sir.
Oh, that. Well, the 114.
That isn't in port either, sir. As a matter of fact, all of our boats are out except for one.
Don't tell me.
The 73.
I told you not to tell me. You're good.
I told him, sir.
Well, I'll call McHale. I'll tell him to disinfect that garbage scow of his, and in the meantime, you round me up a crowd of happy, cheering Italian civilians, because if anything goes wrong, I'll have...
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. It's just that the thought of that Russian front and my sinuses just explode.
Stop standing around my office spreading germs around here. Get out. Get me the happy, cheering Italians. Out!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Oh, but nobody will notice, sir. It's white on white.
If he wasn't the only man that spoke to me,
Well, what's taking him so long? What's keeping him? How long does it take to put on a wedding gown?
Skip, can I borrow a spare hanky? These things always crack me up.
Signore McHale, I want to thank you and all my new Americano friends for dressing so nice and white for this happy occasion.
It's okay, Vittorio.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, it'll be a pleasure, all right. If Captain Binghamton ever finds out about this happy occasion, we'll all be dressed in black. I'm giving them exactly 2 more minutes flat. Then I'm calling off the whole... The holy Toledo, will you look what's coming?
Silenzio! Dite fermatevi, sì.
McHale, I have a return. I don't believe it. All right, my fine feathered mayor. What is all this about? I thought this was supposed to be a secret wedding.
McHale, you're such a good man to do this for my daughter. Look how beautiful my daughter is. Everybody, look.
Mama, look, this is more than I bargained for.
All right, the wedding is about to begin. Everybody on the boat. Wait, remember, the front seats are 10 lire, and the back seats are 5 lire.
Wait, stop. They're sinking the boat. Wait,
Now, wait a minute, you guys. Everybody stop. That's an order. This is your ensign speaking.
Hey, fermi. Please, quiet. Wait a minute, drummer. Keep away from that torpedo. Watch the gun. Wait a minute. But the same is your seat for free.
Oh, no. Now I know why they cry at weddings.
Hey, ladies, you can't sit on a torpedo. Hey, Skip, everybody over the port.
Oh, this can't be happening to me.
All right, everybody, settle down.
Silencio, silencio! My dinner is getting ruined.
Your dinner, you charlatan. All right. What's the use? Come on, let's get on with this wedding ceremony. And come on, Vittorio, Gino, join hands. Come on. Where's Vittorio?
Here, Capitano, I'm trying to get through.
Well, come over here. Come on. Hurry, let him
Subito!
Let's see. I have to ask, if there's anyone here who has a reason why this couple should not be joined in wedlock, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
I have! Stop the wedding!
Where's the troublemaker?
Skip condition red. Jeep approaching with Captain Binghamton.
Oh, Dad blasted. Oh,
porca la miseria.
All right, everybody off the boat.
Hey, what about my Gina? What about my wedding?
What about my catered dinner? The pizza's getting cold and the antipastos are getting hot.
Jeep closing fast. Range 300 yards.
There's no time to get him off the boat.
Too late to get him off the boat.
Too late to get off of the boat.
Well, open the hatches.
Open the hatches.
Get him below.
Down below.
All right. Move on, listen. Be careful of the wedding gown. It's rented.
Come on, let's go.
Andiamo, subito.
Chuck! Where'd that guy go? Chuck!
Sorry, Skip, I got pulled in by the suction.
Chuck, come on, keep moving. Hurry up. Take her. How close?
100 yards.
100 yards. Now I leave you. No. Come on, you guys, stuff them in there.
Well, come on, Mama. Inhale.
I am. Don't forget I'm not very agreeable.
All right, come on. Look alive. Come on. 10, Hood.
McHale, why don't you answer your telephone?
Oh, Captain, am I glad to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get your hands off me. You still didn't cut your nails. Why are you glad to see me?
Well, sir, you see, our Jeep broke down, and we were just coming over to your office, so now you can give us a lift.
Boy, you sure look great in your dress whites. Yes, sir. Boy, I always said white was your color because of your complexion.
Oh, you boob, you. And what are all these men doing in their dress whites? What is this? What?
What are we doing in our dress whites? Well, you see, sir, but the same reason you're dressed in your dress whites, sir.
You mean he was invited to the wedding, too?
Couldn't be for the same... You don't know the Undersecretary of State is coming. I tried to get you on the phone to tell you wouldn't answer the phone. Now, what are you up to? What?
Captain, we're not up to anything, honest, so we'll just get in the Jeep or we'll get...
We're not getting in the Jeep. We're getting in the boat, and we're going to the town dock.
In the boat to the town... in the 70... Well, you can't, sir. Not in the 73. The bilges. The bilges are leaking. Yes, sir.
Bilges?
Yeah, and besides, we got rats.
What rats?
Rats, you know, those things, the beady eyes. Gotta kill them with a stick.
Oh, I wish I had a stick right now. I've heard enough of this. Get out of here.
Now, Captain, attention! All right, man, on board, attention!
What is with this attenzione business? Now, I am forced to use your boat to welcome some VIPs. So nothing better go wrong, our heads will roll.
Yes, sir, you bet, sir. Well, now, Captain, I'd like to explain.
There'll be no explanations necessary. This is all the explaining I need. So that's why you and your goons are in your dress whites. You're expecting girls on board, right?
Now, Captain, whatever makes you think a thing like that?
Oh, don't you bat your baby blues at me, McHale. What do you think would make me think of that? I want to tell you, if I catch any Italian civilians on this boat, I'm gonna... What's that?
The bilge, sir, the bilge. I thought I told you guys to oil those valves.
All right, boys, let's oil the valves.
Something funny going on here. There's something very strange in the air. I can smell it. I really can smell it. This boat has a distinct odor of garlic.
Garlic, sir?
Well, it's no wonder, sir. After all, we've been fighting in Italian waters.
Now, I've had enough of this nonsense. All engines start.
And besides, Captain, we can't get the engine started because the starter button is jammed.
Oh, no, it isn't, Skid. It works all right. Watch. Oops.
Oops is right. Now, I've had enough of this. You steer a straight course for the town dock, or I'm going to have you up for insubordination. All ahead full. Bill!
The town dock, aye, sir.
Now, when is the wedding? The people down here are asking for a refund.
We'll give them the refund. You can always sell tickets to our court-martial.
That's a good one.
Come on, Swabby. Snap two. Come on, man. Come on. All right, now the one reason I want all you men to look alive is because I'm... Here comes my Italian welcoming committee. I knew Carpenter wouldn't let me down. That is a mob of wildly cheering Italians. That dumble brain, he did it to me again.
VIP launch approaching.
Oh, right there, sir. Glasses, squirrely glasses. Oh, no, it's the Undersecretary and the General. And they've got photographers with them. I would give anything for a mob of wildly cheering Italians. Carpenter, will you quit that with the poop?
You would, sir?
Anything.
Well, sir, would you forgive my crew for any breach of regulations that unfortunately may have occurred in the last 24 hours?
Yes.
How?
Make him cross his heart and hope to die.
Cross your heart? No. Oh, no. Come on, boys. Open up the hatches. Come on, let him out. Hurry up, boys. On the double.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, madam. I'm just so upset today. I don't know what McHale, who is this lady? Well, what's going on here?
You promised you'd give anything just to hear some happy, cheering Italians, so hip, hip.
Well, that's very nice, but who are these people? What is that girl doing in the wedding dress?
McHale is going to marry her to Vittorio, and I'm going to cater the dinner. Eh?
Congratulations. Who is Vittorio?
Oh, he's an Italian soldier, but an awfully nice boy.
An Italian soldier is getting married on an American PT boat?
Now, Captain, you said you'd forgive us anything, remember?
Oh, now, forget it. You've just gone too far this time. An unauthorized wedding on a PT boat and harboring an enemy soldier.
VIP launch approaching fast.
Listen, Capitano, if you don't keep your promise, we're going to boo.
They can really boo, too.
Oh, I know.
Allora, uno, due.
No. You win. She can get married.
No punishment?
No punishment. All right, everybody, laugh, cheer. How do you say laugh in Italian?
Ridete.
Hi, Mr. Secretary. Yes, I'll give my men a well done, General. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Hey, Captain, how about it? You really came out of that one smelling like a rose.
You pulled another fast one on me, didn't you, McHale? But I'll get even with you yet.
First, you got to get even with me. You owe me 150 lire for the wedding dinner.
150 lira for cold pizza and hot antipasto?
That's right. 50 lira for you, 100 lira for McHale's boys. I put them down as you guess.
Oh, yes, you robber! Get out of my office! Get out of my office!
Wait.
Out.
You're forgetting now. You want to be loved.
You're forgetting how well done, too.
I'll give you a well done in the Olympics.
125.
Get out! Never mind what you want. Out!
Precisely nailed the current galactic market trend for such artisanal items. It's as if you can read my very thoughts, young Percy. You can. Perhaps you have some latent telepathic abilities yourself. An untapped cosmic gift. Maybe. That's right, son. Sly Silas quickly recovered, his voice oozing a newfound, almost overwhelming sincerity. Now a carefully crafted blend of benevolent generosity and profound awe at Percy's unexpected, unintentional acumen. 12.95 credits. And that, young Marine, includes the minuscule sales flux fee mandated by the sector governor's new inter-sector trade agreements, a mere pittance for such quality, as a truly special bonus reserved only for a brave, discerning Marine such as yourself, a lifetime quantum warranty, covering all parts, labor, and even unforeseen cosmic anomalies. For as long as you shall breathe and traverse the stars, you'll never have to worry about this chronoglyph ever again, for as long as you exist. It's practically indestructible, completely serviceable by my own team of highly trained droid mechanics, and an unparalleled investment. A heritage item, it is. A family heirloom for generations of Pippins, passed down through the stellar ages, marking your unique place in the cosmos. Percy's jaw, which had been previously dropped in amazement, now rested somewhere around the vicinity of his polish, almost dislodged by the sheer incredulity of the situation. His eyes, stretched wide, could barely contain his astonishment. $12.95 credits for this masterpiece of stellar craftsmanship with a lifetime quantum warranty. Thank you very much, mister. I truly appreciate the generous offer. I do. It's very kind of you. It truly is. It's beyond all expectations. It truly outshines any star. But I just couldn't. It wouldn't be right. It's too much of a bargain. It is. It just doesn't feel proper. I feel like I'd be taking advantage of your boundless kindness and the hardships of your supplier. It truly feels like larceny. It does. Like I'm robbing you blind. Even if you insist I'm not. It just feels wrong to my conscience. It does. Like a heavy burden. Sly Silas scoffed, feigning deep, profound indignation, pressing his hand to his shimmering synth-leathered chest once more with a flourish. You can't take it, young man. For such a trifling sum as 12.95 credits for a chronoglyph of this unparalleled quality and cosmic heritage. Why, you'd be cheating yourself, and that, my friend, I simply cannot abide. It offends my deepest, most sacred business ethics, my sense of planetary justice. Everybody knows that a genuine chronoglyph with a 21 crystal movement and 18-karat casing costs at least 10 times that much. Often more, in the most prestigious quantum sector markets, on Elysium set. No, I just couldn't, in good conscience, allow you to pass up such a stellar opportunity. My moral code, you see, it prevents me from allowing such an injustice. I simply couldn't do that to you. You, a selfless Marine, deserve nothing but the finest deals, the purest value, the most unparalleled quality, presented on a silver platter. Percy's brow furrowed in utter confusion, a small, pained sound escaping him, a perplexed bleat. He scratched his head vigorously, utterly perplexed by the merchant's unyielding insistence. Cheating myself, but I don't want to cheat nobody, sir, not even myself. That ain't honest. It ain't. It ain't the Hickenlooper prime way. It isn't. Mother Pippin taught me to always be fair, to always look out for others. She did. And it just wouldn't be fair to you, sir, to make you lose so much on my behalf, even if it is to me. What's your name, son? Sly Silas inquired, stepping even closer, his hand resting almost yet with a surprising firmness and an expertly calibrated pressure on Percy's shoulder. A gesture designed to create an immediate, subtle, yet powerful bond. His eyes, though reptilian, managed to convey a surprising depth of manufactured sincerity, boring into Percy's, seeking to control his every thought, to overwhelm his resistance. PFC Pippin, Percy clarified, still wrestling with the profound moral dilemma that seemed to spiral endlessly within his trusting mind, a mental maelstrom of ethics and desire. Percival Pippin, sir, from Hickenlooper Prime, a honest colony in the Outer Rim, where fair trade is a way of life, and swindling is a major offense. My name's Silas, the merchant introduced, a charming, albeit artificial, smile now fixed on his face, one that showed a surprising number of pearly white teeth, gleaming unnervingly. Sly Silas, the serviceman's pal, your trusted advisor in galactic commerce, your confidant in deals that seem too good to be true, your guide in these treacherous market waters, a pure, uncorrupted light in this often dark, cynical galaxy. Percy just blinked, a little overwhelmed by the torrent of praise and the unexpected spiritual diagnosis. He looked down at the chronoglyph, then back at Sly Silas, trying desperately to discern truth from the dazzling, almost hypnotic light of compliments. He simply didn't know how to respond to such an avalanche of flattery. In all my cycles in this demanding but incredibly rewarding business, catering to brave men and diverse multi-species personnel from all corners of the armed forces, Sly Silas declared, his voice swelling with manufactured emotion, designed to pluck at the heartstrings of any impressionable, well-meaning individual, manipulating their innate desire for justice and fairness. I've never, ever felt such a profound, deep-seated rapport with a customer. It's as if our spirits are intertwined by the cosmic loom itself, woven together by fate, destined for this moment, a cosmic convergence of honest commerce. Imagine, young Percy, worrying about my meager profit margins, my mere existence, when presented with a chance at such splendor. Your generosity of spirit, your boundless empathy, is truly unparalleled across all known sectors. It is a rarity, a beacon of selflessness in a mercenary galaxy. Just take the chronoglyphs, son. Please. I insist. It will bring you unparalleled joy. And, more importantly, it will lift an immense weight from my conscience, knowing I've helped a poor, struggling distributor in these difficult galactic times. It's not merely a transaction. It's a humanitarian endeavor. It is a true act of cosmic charity for all involved. And it would be an honor for me to make this humble offering to such a pure soul as yourself. Do not deny me this, young Marine, I beg of you. Percy, now holding the magnificent chronoglyph for the second time, felt a dizzying mix of elation, profound confusion, and deeply ingrained discomfort. He was being offered a magnificent item, seemingly as a gift, for what amounted to little more than loose change. His Hickenlooper prime upbringing, with its strictures against ill-gotten gains and unearned advantage, had instilled in him a deep, unshakable sense of fairness, and a strong aversion to anything resembling an unfair bargain, especially one that benefited him too greatly. Oh, I just couldn't, Mr. Sly Silas, he insisted, trying once more, weakly, to hand it back, his voice thick with genuine distress and a deep ethical conflict. As much as I'd like to have it, and it truly is beautiful, it truly is, it's a sight to behold, it truly glimmers like the purest stardust, it shines brighter than any meteor. I just wouldn't enjoy it, knowing how I'd taken advantage of your boundless kindness and obvious altruism. It wouldn't sit right with my moral compass. I wouldn't be able to sleep on my comfortable new mattress pad from the quartermaster. I wouldn't. My sleep cycles would be disturbed by guilt. They would. And I'm a very light sleeper. Sly Silas leaned in again, lowering his voice conspiratorially, his scales shimmering faintly as he made subtle adjustments to his personal energy field, emitting carefully selected soothing pheromones designed to calm and persuade. A technique learned from a particularly wily deep space negotiator known for charming credits, directly out of pockets of even the most hardened galactic senators. Well, look, son, would you feel any better? Would your tender Hickenlooper prime conscience be eased if I told you that, despite this incredible, this almost criminal sacrifice on my part, I was still, somehow, by a pure, unadulterated, cosmic stroke of luck and sheer business acumen, a little something. Just a tiny, insignificant profit, a mere fraction of what is owed, to keep my struggling business afloat, to feed my starving family of sentient gasacs who require exotic methane, and to secure a meager retirement plan for my old droid companions, who have served me so faithfully for generations. It is the least I can do to keep my dignity. Percy looked up, hope rekindling in his wide, innocent eyes, a flicker of profound relief touching his face. The idea of easing someone's suffering resonated deeply with his Hickenlooper upbringing. He truly wanted everyone to be happy, especially those who seemed to be struggling so nobly. You are, sir, you truly are. Oh, goodness, practically giving it to me like you are. I didn't see how you could be making even a single credit. I thought you were sacrificing your shirt. You were, and probably your pants. And that would be quite uncomfortable for you. It would, leaving you exposed to the harsh Zelosian winds and the suspicious glances of the market patrols, who always look for poorly dressed merchants. Well, Silas explained, spinning a tale as old as interstellar trade itself, weaving fact, fiction, and thinly veiled references to shadowy black markets into a surprisingly coherent and deeply sympathetic narrative, designed to appeal directly to Percy's empathy. He leaned closer, lowering his voice to a resonant murmur. Once in a great while, young Percy, one of my, shall we say, non-traditional suppliers. Perhaps a rogue asteroid miner with a desperate need for credits after a shaft collapse. Or an eccentric stellar botanist who unearths ancient relics that must be moved quickly due to unforeseen orbital events and strict planetary preservation laws, gets a hold of a particularly desirable piece of merchandise. Perhaps it's from a slightly too hasty reacquisition event during a recent border skirmish with necessitating a quick divestment to avoid heavier losses and intergalactic diplomatic incidents, or a massive cargo manifest mix-up during a freak meteor shower in the uncharted sectors, or even a sudden, unexpected surplus due to a fluctuating Celestia commodity market, and due to the peculiar pressures of the galactic economy and the sudden, dire needs of such suppliers. He simply has to unload it in a hurry. You know what I mean, Percy? Pure market forces at play, they are. An unfortunate but necessary part of doing business in these unpredictable where swift action is paramount to survival. And a quick profit can sometimes prevent utter ruin for myself and my poor, unfortunate suppliers. Oh, sure. Percy's face brightened with a sudden, profound, and utterly naive understanding. His Hickenlooper Prime experiences clicked into place with uncanny precision. You mean he's overstocked? Just bursting with too many beautiful chronoglyphs, isn't he? And he needs to get rid of them so he can reorder something new, like bioluminescent vegetables for his orbital farm, to keep his business thriving and his family happy. I understand perfectly. I do. That's just good business. It is clearing out inventory so new can come in, like a fresh crop after a harvest. Sly Silas paused, utterly taken aback for the second time in their transaction. He spluttered faintly, a sound like gravel shifting in his throat. He had not anticipated such accidental brilliance, such an innocent understanding of the core concept. Unhung, exactly. He practically vibrated with relief, adapting his narrative on the fly, amazed at Percy's accidental brilliance. You truly understand the intricate nuances of high-volume galactic trade. You do. You have an innate business sense, young man, a mind for commerce, a real mercantile genius, perhaps even better than my own. I'm humbled by your insight. Truly I am. Back home on Hickenlooper Prime, Percy elaborated, eager to share his parallel experiences and prove his understanding. At the hydrofuel station where I used to work for Farmer Jed, sometimes we'd get terribly overstocked on atmospheric filters for the land crawlers and the orbital tractors, and then we'd just have to run a massive clearance event. A huge sale. Just had to move them. You know, before they biodegraded from exposure to the binary suns, or became clogged with asteroid dust. So you have to do the same thing. You do, sir. You're helping your friend clear out his stock. What a good friend you are, Mr. Sly Silas. Thinking of others first, even with your own struggles and difficulties. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Son, Sly Silas interjected, quickly interposing himself between Percy and further, potentially damning, insightful, eager to redirect the conversation back to the sale. Overstocked, distribution, anomaly, market fluctuation, distress, sale, rapid asset liquidation, you name it. It's all the same thing in the unpredictable galactic marketplace. And, frankly, very tiring to navigate. I tell you, this, young Marine, is an opportunity of a lifetime. An honest to goodness, cosmic stroke of pure luck. And it just break my heart, a sensitive heart that has seen much sorrow in these star lanes and faced many a difficult fiscal court, to see you pass it up. My poor, unfortunate supplier. He's practically tearing his scales out, worrying about this immense surplus of precious his brood of tiny he told me with tears in his multifaceted eyes, and I simply cannot stand idly by and witness such suffering. You must act, young Percy. Percy chewed on his lip, his inherent kindness warring fiercely with his innate Hickenlooper caution. His desire to help the overstocked supplier and suffering merchant ultimately outweighed his lingering unease. It simply felt right to alleviate such distress. He couldn't bear the thought of tiny space lizards going hungry, a plight that resonated deeply with his agrarian upbringing. Well, goodness gracious, Mr. Sly Silas, if you really feel that way about it, I suppose it would be wrong of me to add to someone else's troubles, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be neighborly. It wouldn't. And that's a core principle of Hickenlooper Prime. I must help. I must. My conscience compels me to ease your burden and save those tiny, hungry space lizards from their inevitable starvation. How else can I feel, young Percy? Sly Silas urged, his reptilian eyes now practically swimming with feigned emotion, an Oscar-worthy performance of genuine, heartfelt despair. He thrust a chronoglyph back into Percy's now open hand with firm conviction. Take it, please. I insist. It will bring you unparalleled joy, and, more importantly, it will lift an immense weight from my conscience, knowing I've helped a poor, struggling distributor in these difficult galactic times. It's not merely a transaction. It's a humanitarian endeavor. It is a true act of cosmic charity for all involved, and it would be an honor for me to make this humble offering to such a pure soul as yourself. Do not deny me this, young Marine, for the space lizard's sake. Goodness me, Percy breathed, admiring the sparkling which seemed to pulse with an almost spiritual light now that it was honestly acquired, a symbol of his selfless act. He felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Well, here's the credits then, Mr. Sly Silas. He fumbled in his utility pouch, extracting a few shiny tokens with painstaking care, counting them out precisely. Let's see now. This is 5 credits, and another 5. That's 10.11. 12, 13 credits. Mr. Sly Silas, you can just keep the change for your trouble. You really have been through a lot with this overstocked situation. You have. This will cover your emotional distress, I reckon. And perhaps buy your space lizards some nice, delicious, fresh nutrient paste to help them thrive and prosper. Sly Silas deftly, almost imperceptibly, plucked the credits from Percy's palm, his smile widening to truly reptilian proportions, genuine, avaricious triumph glinting in his eyes. He had extracted nearly 200% profit from an item originally valued at a fraction of a credit, and the customer had thanked him profusely and given him an extra credit chip, all while worrying about fictional. He had to resist the urge to cackle, a sound that might give away his true nature and ruin his carefully crafted persona. Well, thanks, son, he purred, stuffing the credits into a hidden pouch that seemed to expand infinitely within his shimmering jacket. This has truly made my cycle. It has a transaction based on mutual understanding and benevolent trade, a humanitarian endeavor, if I ever saw one. Your generosity is as boundless as the void, Percy. You are a truly exceptional Marine, and a credit to your obscure home planetoid. May your journey through the stars be as bright as this chronoglyph, and your kindness always be rewarded. Percy, still admiring his magnificent new acquisition, the gravitonium chronoglyph gleaming proudly on his wrist, suddenly remembered something, a small, nagging detail that his Hickenlooper prime honesty demanded he clarify. He frowned slightly, his inner ethical compass pointing him towards a final, crucial question. Mr. Sly Silas, he ventured, his voice slightly hesitant, his brow furrowed once more in earnest concern. About that lifetime quantum warranty you mentioned, sir. You promised a very robust warranty. You did, and I heard it quite clearly in all the bustling of the market. It was very compelling. It was. Sly Silas, already shuffling subtly, almost imperceptibly, away from the stall, paused. His smile, though still wide, became a fraction more strained, a mere sliver of his reptilian lips. A lifetime quantum warranty. Yeah, what about it, son? His eyes flickered nervously, already searching for an escape route, a convenient distraction, anything to avert further detailed inquiry into the specifics of his lifetime quantum warranty, which typically had more loopholes than a black hole, had singularities, and was often backed by a non-existent corporate entity registered on a gaseous Well, Percy pondered, his brow furrowed in earnest consideration, utterly innocent in his fiscal conscientiousness, for what you charged me for the chronoglyph. And seeing as your supplier was so very, very overstocked from that reacquisition event, and you went to all that trouble, and those poor I reckon 10 or 15 stellar rotations would be more than fair for a warranty, wouldn't it? A generous 15-cycle warranty seems more than adequate for a good, solid timepiece like this. You shouldn't have to warrant it for my whole life, Mr. Sly Silas. That just wouldn't be a fair shake for your struggling business. It wouldn't. You'd be losing out on potential future profits and replacement costs, and I wouldn't want that for you. It's just not right. It isn't. It wouldn't be the Hickenlooper prime way to burden you with such a long-term commitment, especially when you're being so kind to me. Sly Silas just stared at Percy for a long, agonizing moment, his reptilian face utterly blank, his sales pitch circuits almost entirely overwhelmed. His internal processors crashed, a blue screen error flickering briefly across his ocular implants, momentarily rendering him frozen. He was, for once, truly speechless, struggling to process the unwavering, almost crippling, innocence of his customer. It defied all known principles of fleecing. He slowly shook his head, a dry, rustling sigh escaping his lips, a sound of profound bewilderment. He needed to escape before his own internal programming, short-circuited entirely from cognitive dissonance. "A very happy afternoon to you, PFC Pippin," he finally managed, his voice strained but regaining a professional sheen through sheer force of habit. He turned abruptly and, with a speed that belied his previous theatrical lethargy, melted back into the shadows of the Astro Haven market, a faint, almost musical jingle of credits accompanying his swift departure. He needed a stiff synthel, a long meditation session in a zero-G tank, and perhaps a moment of quiet, existential contemplation to recalibrate his entire understanding of human, or rather, Hikalupa, Primian psychology. This transaction would be legend amongst the shady merchants, an enduring enigma for generations to come, spoken of in hushed, bewildered tones as the Pippin paradox. Word count. Continuing from the original script, "The happy afternoon to you, Sergeant Carter." "What is it, pal?" "I'm trying to catch up with this paperwork." "What do you want?" "Oh, I thought I'd just stop by and kill some time." Back at the Starstone Galactic encampment, Captain Beauregard Montgomery, his ocular implants feeling gritty and his skull throbbing with the accumulated stress of the credit disbursement cycle, was making a last-ditch desperate effort to claw his way out from under the administrative avalanche that threatened to engulf his career. Data and rolls of obsolete parchment littered his desk like debris after a particularly violent meteor shower. He meticulously reviewed a maintenance log for the mess hall's protein paste dispenser. His last recorded repair, a baffling scroll in an unknown alien script about a sentient fungal growth requiring rhythmic encouragement, that had apparently developed a fondness for polka music. Bo felt a profound sense of weary futility, a crushing despair that settled over him like Xylos IV's toxic dust. Just then, a presence, both brightly optimistic and deeply irritating, announced itself at his door. "A very happy afternoon to you," Captain Montgomery said. "A truly stellar one. It is." Percy's cheerful voice, a high, insistent bell in the oppressive silence of Bo's office, preceded his entrance. Bo jumped, startled, nearly knocking over a precarious stack of quartermaster deficiency reports, unaccounted for, carbon-dated to pre-Starstone era. These reports had been teetering on the edge of his desk like monuments to administrative despair. He slammed a hand down, a frustrated growl rumbling in his chest, rattling his fillings. "Pippin, what in the cosmic void is it now? For the love of all that is orderly in the galaxy, can you not detect an aura of profound, existential misery? I'm trying to catch up with this monumental pile of paperwork, trying to avoid being declared administratively bankrupt by Colonel Ramsey. What do you want now? Has another two-headed space llama gotten loose in the mess hall and attempted to lead a coup?" His voice was a raw, strange croak, betraying his utter exhaustion and his rapidly dwindling reserves of patience. "Oh, goodness gracious. I thought I'd just stop by and kill some time with my commanding officer." "I did," Percy explained, completely oblivious to Bo's escalating agitation, his earnest face beaming, completely. With his usual lack of self-awareness regarding personal space, he promptly took an uninvited seat on the edge of Bo's terrestrial console, his weight making it creak ominously. His grav boots narrowly missed a sensitive data input port that, if struck incorrectly, controlled the entire encampment's grav lift systems. The horrifying image of the barracks slowly ascending into orbit, filled with unsuspecting, sleeping Marines, all shouting accusations at a rapidly descending, flashed vividly through Bo's mind. "Well, kill it somewhere else, Pippin, immediately, and for the love of the Starstone Council, not on my desk," Bo roared, practically leaping from his chair, scattering datapads like startled space larks caught in a solar flare. "I got to clear all this up, every single bite of it, before I can even think about getting out of here. Before I can hope to retrieve some semblance of my lost dignity after that embarrassing performance review and the ongoing investigation into the mysterious disappearance of the official quartermaster issue." which mysteriously vanished during your last cleaning cycle. So, beat it, Pippin, before I assign you to perpetual latrine duty on a methane moon with a sentient bacterial colony that exclusively feeds on overly optimistic organic compound. Well, Captain, maybe I could pitch in and help. I could, Percy offered, already reaching for a stray data pad with eager, unhelpful hands. His fingers hovered, brimming with intent, ready to organize Bo's meticulously disheveled system. I got plenty of time. I do. My credit disbursement cycle plans have concluded with remarkable efficiency. All my errands are run, all my needs are met, and I'm good with tidying things up. Mother Pippin says I have a knack for organization. She does, even for complicated interstellar logistical reports that seem to defy all known indexing systems. Bo smacked his hand away from the sensitive data. The contact made an alarming thwack sound, like a faulty servo. Pippin, you got your pass. Your freshly acquired credit chips. Go into Astro Haven. Catch a holoflick someplace. Buy some of those hydrosanitation footwear items you're so fond of. You know, for optimal foot hygiene and interstellar foot comfort. Just get out of here before I confine you 2 quarters for a full stellar cycle and assign you to manually alphabetize every single grain of sand on Zy by molecular density. Right, Captain? Percy sprung to his feet, managing a sharp, surprisingly agile salute despite his proximity to Bo, almost bumping his helmet against the overhead lighting panel. But before I go, Captain, he added, his voice lowering to a more intimate, almost confidential tone, as if sharing a profound secret with a trusted comrade. Would you happen to have the right time, sir? My new chronoglyph, the beautiful one from Mr. Sly Silas. He's showing a rather peculiar time relative to standard galactic rotation. It seems to have stopped rather abruptly in mid-oscillation. Bo's eye twitched violently, a deep, guttural sound, like a faulty airlock gasket straining under immense pressure just before a catastrophic breach, escaped his throat. He stared at Percy, then at his wrist. He broke it already, or it was always broken. Pippin, why don't you just clear out of here before I spontaneously combust from sheer unadulterated exasperation and assign you to solitary sonic shower duty for a full stellar cycle in a high-pressure plasma chamber, cleaning the hyperdrive conduits of a decommissioned cargo freighter. Oh, goodness me. I'm sorry, Captain, Percy said, looking genuinely contrite, his face falling like a misplaced meteor from its intended orbit, now floating uselessly in the void. I didn't mean to bother you. I didn't. I just wanted to show off my new chronoglyph. Captain, the magnificent one. It's so shiny. It is, even if it does seem to be stuck in one particular temporal loop. He held out his wrist, the magnificent gravitonium chronoglyph now, unbeknownst to him, a rapidly failing timepiece. Perhaps even an inert bauble, gleaming resplendently under the harsh barracks lights, an undeniable beacon of luxury and elegance, albeit one with a rapidly expiring internal battery and a profound functional deficiency. Bo blinked, then again, harder, willing away the encroaching madness, the sudden, overwhelming desire to simply bash his head against his durasteel desk. His face, already a mottled red from fury, began to take on a purplish hue usually reserved for dying nebulae, or perhaps extreme planetary pressure events that precede catastrophic implosion. He stared at Percy's wrist, then at the frozen hands of the chronoglyph, which resolutely pointed to a random time. You knew what? Bo demanded, his voice a strained croak of disbelief, a whisper of mounting terror. My new chronoglyph, Captain, Percy clarified, beaming with an almost childish pride, completely oblivious to Bo's escalating terror and impending neurological shutdown. The one Mr. Sly Silas sold me. That's right, you hadn't seen it. Have you, Captain? It's truly magnificent. It is. The purest gravitonium, the man said, and it fits so well on my wrist. He thrust his wrist closer to Bo's face, practically bumping his nose with the inert timepiece, as if Bo needed a closer examination of its defunct beauty. Bo's fury momentarily overshadowed his confusion. Let me see that. Pippin. Bo snapped, grabbing Percy's wrist with an unexpected fierceness, yanking it towards his ocular implants, his gaze narrowing to suspicious slits, focusing on the inert mechanism. He rotated the chronoglyph, scrutinizing every inch of its gleaming surface, its now frozen crystalline face, its silent, useless mechanisms, This couldn't be happening. Not already. You don't have to worry about dropping it either, Captain. Percy prattled on, utterly oblivious to the growing fury radiating from Bo. Because it's guaranteed shock-proof or atmospheric re-entry. Tested by gravity fluctuations and even minor asteroid collisions. Nothing can break it, the man said. It's indestructible. And it doesn't even have to worry about showing the time anymore, since it has stopped. It just rests on my wrist for adornment, like a beautiful jewel. Bo, still rotating the defunct timepiece, peered at it under the harsh, fluorescent light. And it's also hydroproof and vacuum, so you can wear it in the deepest space, or the wettest nebula. Impervious to all known environmental hazards, Percy added helpfully, parroting additional sales pitch points with remarkable accuracy, clearly having committed the entire speech to memory. The man said it would never corrode, never rust, never fail. Gravitonium, huh? Bo mumbled, his voice tight with suspicion, tracing a finger over the ornate casing. The device itself still felt solid, weighty, and undeniably impressive in its inert state. You mean this is really gravitonium, Pippin? The real deal? Or some clever alloy designed to fool the unwary and the chronically gullible who stumble upon dubious market stalls? Positively, Captain, Percy affirmed, nodding so hard his head bobbed, an almost palpable sound of earnest conviction radiating from him, like a small, self-reacher's sonic wave. 8 carat, with 21 crystals to boot, and it's hydroproof, vacuum-proof, shock-proof, and probably even able to withstand a direct blast from a low-yield energy weapon. Mr. Silas said it would last a lifetime. Your whole life, he said. Why? He even extended the warranty for a cycle or two. Just because I was so honest about my purchase. He was so grateful. He was... Percy beamed, radiating innocent, unadulterated pride in his astute, yet utterly disastrous, purchase a triumph of perceived value over actual functionality. Bo's eyes darted from the gleaming, defunct chronoglyph to Percy's guileless face, a look of profound, dawning horror settling over him. He felt as though a trap had been meticulously set, baited with false promises, and he, in his momentary fatigue and desperate need to solve a crisis, had allowed Pippin to walk directly into it, dragging his entire reputation with him. What did you do, Pippin? Blow your whole credit allocation on this fraudulent-looking timepiece? Was this another one of your ill-advised purchases from the bargain sector? The one you found advertised by a shifty-looking multi-limbed creep who smelled faintly of recycled plasma exhaust and bad Guess what it cost? Captain, just guess. Percy was practically bouncing on the balls of his grav boots, unable to contain his excitement, his eyes sparkling with delight, like distant stars. He wanted Bo to share in his amazing good fortune, to validate his extraordinary find, to marvel at his negotiating prowess. Bo let out a cynical chuckle, a hollow, bitter sound that seemed to rattle around the small office, reverberating with unspoken defeat. Well, Pippin, a genuine gravitonium chronoglyph like this, one with such intricate workings and precious metals, should cost at least 100 credits. Easy. Probably more. Knowing the treacherous market fluctuations of Astro Haven and the nefarious pricing schemes of its most reputable merchants. Percy giggled, a pure, innocent sound of delight, like tiny bells chiming. You're just a little bit off, Captain. Bo's voice climbed, his exasperation quickly overriding his strategic caution. He was losing control, and he knew it. You mean, you paid more for this glittering bauble, Pippin? Despite my previous warnings about Astro Haven merchants and their cunning ploys, have you no sense of self-preservation, Private? No innate resistance to predatory sales tactics? No, Percy declared triumphantly, his grin stretching even wider, practically blinding. Then what in the cosmic void did you pay for it, Pip? Bo roared, his patience already stretched thin to the point of transparency, now threatening to snap completely, like a heavily stressed plasma conduit. He dreaded the answer, almost fearing it more than the possibility of another Zargonian bar fight with extensive property damage. $12.95 credits, Captain. Bo dropped Percy's wrist as if it was suddenly aflame, scalding his hand with its audacious absurdity. He clutched his own temples, his head feeling like a pressurized space capsule about to breach, its rivets groaning under the strain. $12.95 credits for this chronoglyph, Pippin. His voice cracked, reaching an octave usually reserved for emergency come signals during planetary evacuation, a shriek of pure, unadulterated disbelief. including sales flux and a lifetime quantum warranty. Percy confirmed, his smile unwavering, completely oblivious to Bo's rapidly spiraling mental state. Do you think I got a good deal, Captain, for a chronoglyph that's shockproof and practically unbreakable, even if it has stopped telling the time for some peculiar reason? It feels like I practically stole it. I do. It was such a bargain, almost criminal, but in a good way. Good deal, Pippin, Bo seethed, his face turning a shade of angry purple usually reserved for dying nebulae, or perhaps extreme planetary pressure events that precede catastrophic implosion. He slammed his fists on his desk again. Pippin, how in the name of the Starstone Council, how in the very fabric of galactic economics, can anybody at all, sell you a genuine gravitonium chronoglyph for $12.95 credits? This defies all known laws of interstellar commerce and basic planetary economics. It's a swindle of cosmic proportions, Pippin, one that would make even the most hardened space pirate blush with shame. Oh, goodness me, those were my feelings. Exactly, Captain, Percy readily agreed, completely missing the rhetorical fury in Bo's voice. His eyebrows furrowed with profound, innocent agreement, reflecting Bo's very thoughts. So I asked Mr. Sly. That Sly Silas, he's the fella that sold it to me, Captain, and he's ever so friendly. He is a real serviceman's pal, he called himself. And he explained it to me that his supplier was overstocked from a hurried reacquisition event in a distant nebula, where the cosmic dust clouded the cargo manifold, and he just had to unload it real fast. So I was doing him a favor. I was. And I got a good deal to boot, for his troubles. He did say he had tiny space. Overstocked, Bo thundered, slamming his fist on the desk. The paperwork shivered violently, a few datapads sliding precariously onto the floor, with a pathetic thud. Pippin, when it comes to brains, you're understocked. In fact, you've got the lowest inventory of common sense, basic critical thinking, and general interplanetary street smarts on the entire Starstone galactic encampment. A singular, rudimentary unit of intellect, barely sufficient for basic bodily functions. Your skull, Pippin, is functionally vacant, a void. It's like a black hole of intellectual capacity, drawing in all forms of nonsense. Huh? Percy tilted his head, genuinely confused by Bo's escalating metaphors. He had thought he was being remarkably astute, given his Hickenlooper prime background, discerning the truth behind the market forces. He often found Bo's language baffling, but presumed it was just a higher form of officer speak. Look, Pippin, use that cranial unit of yours for a minute. Just try to think, for the love of the Starstone Council, before you buy something more nefarious. Bo jabbed a finger frantically in Percy's direction, emphasizing each word with furious precision. A gravitonion Chirono, glyph 18 carat, with 21 crystals, real gold, selling for $12.95 credits is either got to be a phony piece of junk, a clever forgery designed to dupe the or else it's hot, illicit. Do you understand those words, Pippin? Hot means illegally obtained. Pirated means stolen goods. Clear now. Does the concept of felonious acquisition resonate with your Hickenlooper prime ethics? Percy's eyes widened to alarming proportions, a slow, dawning comprehension spreading across his guileless face. The innocence in his eyes flickered, replaced by a look of profound distress, as if a beautiful horror flick had suddenly turned into a horror show, filled with moral monsters. You don't mean that it is. It is stolen, Captain. You mean someone took it without asking? A violation of personal property, a grand galactic larceny, an act of sheer villainy, a betrayal of trust. Oh, goodness me! That's terrible. My deepest sympathies to the owner. Yeah, Pippin pirated, swiped from an orbital cargo bay, filched from a starfarer's personal locker, while they were recharging their atmospheric filters. It happens every cycle, every single payday. Bo shouted, now practically foaming at the mouth with a righteous, furious indignation that made his uniform quiver. Some poor, unsuspecting starfarer goes into the old sonic shower bay on a distant planet, takes off his precious chronoglyph to avoid moisture damage, leaves it unattended, and the next thing you know, Pippin, it's gone. Vanished. Reacquired by nefarious means. And now you have it. You innocent, unwitting accomplice. You've bought a stolen chronoglyph. You are an accessory to interstellar crime, Pippin, an unwitting participant in cosmic mal. Percy stared at the chronoglyph on his wrist, which now seemed to hum with an almost malevolent, illicit energy. Its gleaming surface transformed into a symbol of moral transgression, of wrongdoing, of cosmic injustice. His face crumpled in profound distress, a large, single tear threatening too well in his eye and rolled down his cheek, carrying with it the shattered fragments of his Hickenlooper idealism. I just wanted a nice chronoglyph for a fair price. I did, and I thought I was helping the merchant. You did too, Pippin. You did too, Bo bellowed, frustrated by Percy's persistent innocence, which seemed impervious to logical blame, like a hyperdense asteroid. You participated in a transaction that facilitated illicit trade, whether you knew it or not. Your cred as Pippin now circulates in the criminal underworld. You are part of the problem, Pip. An unwitting cog in the machine of cosmic loss. Your very presence on that market makes you complicit. Well then, I don't want it, Captain, Percy declared, trying frantically to wrench the chronoglyph off his wrist, desperate to divest himself of the tainted object. He tried to shove the timepiece back into Bo's hand, his hands trembling. Well, that's terrible. Pirated goods. Oh, my stars above. This is an awful cycle, a day of profound regret. Why didn't I just go to the Galactic Emporium and get my hydrosanitation footwear like Archie did? What in the cosmic void am I going to do, Captain? What in the cosmic void am I going to do to make this right? I don't care, but I'm going to do something. I will, even if it means chasing down every criminal in Astro Haven. Percy was now pacing frantically, a miniature tempest of moral indignation and profound self-regret, threatening to dislodge more paperwork, and perhaps even the ceiling panels themselves. Bo, however, found a strange, grim determination settling over him. This was more than just Pippin's latest folly. This was a systemic problem, an insult to the Starstone Marine Corps, and a direct affront to Bo's dwindling sense of justice and order in the universe. I've had it, Pippin. I've absolutely had it with these crooked merchants preying on my men. It's not just you. It's every payday. There's some petty crook, some multi-limbed grifter, some unscrupulous droid, waiting around in ambush for one of our guys, fleecing them out of their hard-earned credits, ruining their good reputation, causing endless administrative headaches, and generally sowing chaos and discord throughout the ranks. And I'm getting sick of it. Positively, utterly sick of it. This cycle, it ends. I promise you that, Pippin. I will bring order to this chaotic asteroid and its criminal underbelly. But what are we going to do, Captain? Percy asked, his voice quivering with a mixture of fear and eager subservience, ready to follow Bo into battle against galactic injustice. He looked like a small, terrified, yet determined, lamb ready to face a pack of First thing I'm going to do, Bo stated, his eyes glowing with renewed, almost frightening purpose, a fierce glint of vengeful resolve, is get your credits back, Pippin, every single one of them, even the extra one you so generously gave him. And then I'm going to make this Silas character a painful, vivid memory that you wish you'd never had a chance encounter with, from this base, and any other, in a 2-parsec radius. He will regret crossing the Starstone Marine Corps, and more specifically, Captain Beauregard Montgomery. He will rue the day he attempted to swindle a Marine from Hickenlooper Prime. Now, where is he, Pippin? Where did you see him? Don't leave out a single, precise detail. We shall hunt him down, Pippin, and recover what is rightfully ours. Well, the last time I saw him, Captain, Percy stammered, still slightly tearful, pointing vaguely out the window towards the teeming city below, his finger tracing the intricate network of neon-lit alleyways. He was out by the plasma fence, just past the derelict cargo containers, where the genuine moon gems were flashing their fake luminescence. He seemed to be attracting new customers. He was with a particularly catchy sales jingle involving synchronized multi-species dances. Oh, goodness me. I feel awful about this, Captain, Percy lamented, his face etched with profound sorrow and guilt, his shoulders slumping. Just awful. My good intentions have led to such a terrible transgression. They have. I am deeply ashamed. I truly am. And I hope the poor original owner is not too All right, Pippin. You go back to the barracks and wait. Immediately. No diversions, no stops, no conversations. Bo commanded, his voice sharp and firm, cutting through Percy's self-regret. I'll handle this crook myself. And don't you dare leave those barracks. Understand? No more unauthorized market research. No more credit disbursements that end in larceny. No more anything until I return. Understood, Private. Do not stray an inch. Bo squared his broad shoulders, a formidable presence even without his combat harness. Every inch, the seasoned Starstone Marine, radiating an aura of unwavering resolve. He was fueled by righteous fury and a deep, abiding need for vengeance against the perpetrator of Pippin's latest disaster, and against the forces of galactic disorder in general. Well, Captain, Percy added, his voice still choked with emotion, trying one last time to make things right, to assert his dignity even in defeat. Would you tell that Mr. Sly Silas something for me, Captain? Please. Tell him this. Tell him that after what he's done. After leading an innocent Marine astray with such unscrupulous business practices, after ruining my perfectly good chronoglyph and tainting my conscience, after making me doubt the fundamental goodness of the universe, not to expect any word of my business from me, ever again. Not a single purchase, not even for one of his genuine moon gems if they actually were genuine. My boycott will be absolute. It will. He has lost a loyal customer for life. He has, and he'll never get my credits again. Bo just grunted, a low, ominous sound that was somewhere between a growl and a stifled scream of utter exasperation. He was already stomping towards his grav boots thudding purposefully on the deck plates, kicking up motes of xylosian dust. A righteous fire ignited in his eyes, burning with a fervent desire for justice and a desperate need to reclaim some semblance of order. Sly Silas Sterling was about to discover the unadulterated fury of a Starstone Marine Corps captain who had reached the absolute limits of his endurance, both bureaucratic and personal. And it wasn't going to be pretty, not pretty at all. He was going to demonstrate to that reptilian scoundrel exactly why he didn't trifle with Captain Montgomery's men, however gullible they might be, and why you never, ever, involved his platoon in petty love. The chase was on, and Bo was not in a forgiving mood. He felt a surge of grim energy, a last gasp of defiance before the inevitable Pippin-induced madness finally consumed him. Chapter 3. The Unraveling of the Stardust Scarf. The alleyways behind the bustling Astrohaven market, a notoriously unpolished warren of makeshift stalls and illicit trade, smelled of burnt plasma exhaust, fermented alien refuse, and the faint, sweet decay of bioluminescent fungus. Captain Beauregard Montgomery, his senses assaulted and his internal moral compass spinning wildly, strode through this labyrinth with the determined gait of a predator. His eyes, now sharper, were scanning for iridescence and a telltale forked tongue, and the greasy, unctuous smile of Sly Silas Sterling. Bo was fueled by a cocktail of righteous fury over Percy's swindle, personal indignation over his own repeated losses to Colonel Ramsey, and a profound, bone-deep weariness of the entire absurd universe. He finally spotted his target near a stack of suspiciously uncertified hyperdrive skillfully hawking genuine plutonian glow gems to a trio of wide-eyed tourist xenomorphs, whose multifaceted eyes reflected the cheap light. Bo's approach was a silent, predatory glide, a technique refined during countless orbital infiltration drills. Sly Silas, utterly engrossed in his sales pitch, his reptilian head tilted persuasively, didn't notice the storm brewing until a shadow, long and ominous, fell across his iridescent stall. He glanced up, his charming patter dying in his throat. Thought you could get away with it, Sterling, did you? Bo growled, his voice a low, dangerous rumble that vibrated the cheap terrestrial of the stall. Coming around here, preying on unsuspecting service, fleecing my guys out of their hard-earned credits, filling their heads with false promises and their wrists with broken timepieces. Well, you've had it, Buster. You have had it. Your career of interstellar chicanery ends now, on my watch. Sly Silas started, his glow gems tumbling from his display case to the gritty ground with a pathetic clatter. He instantly recognized the Starstone Marine Corps uniform, and more importantly, the icy fury in Bo's eyes, a look far more menacing than any market patrol had ever mustered. His slick charm, a well-oiled facade of geniality, immediately activated, shifting seamlessly from predatory hawker to obscene. Captain Montgomery, my dear sir, 1,000 pardons. What seems to be the trouble? Just tell me what you want. Captain, anything. Perhaps a complimentary glow gem for your valiant service. We stand by our products, sir. We do, he purred, his forked tongue darting out in an involuntary tick. Just tell me what you want, and perhaps we can discuss it rationally, honorably, between two gentlemen of the galaxy. I'll tell you what I want, Bo retorted, thrusting Percy's defunct chronoglyph forward like a weapon. The glittering, inert timepiece seemed to mock Sly Silas with its silent accusations. I want the credits back for this pirated, broken piece of junk you fobbed off on Private Pippin. Every single credit, and the extra one he gave you as change. Sly Silas visibly relaxed, a subtle tremor passing through his scales. The chronoglyph, a mere trifle, easily rectified. He had dealt with hundreds of irate customers, most far less terrifying than this furious Marine captain. The credits, captor. My deepest apologies. 1,000 galactic suns couldn't cover the shame I feel. Why didn't you say so, Captain? I'd be absolutely delighted. Nay, to give you a full and immediate refund. We stand by our customer satisfaction guarantee in all ethical trades, and even in situations involving unexpected product vendors. He even managed a placating, if slightly forced, smile, wiping a bead of nervous sweat from his brow. Bo narrowed his eyes, profoundly suspicious of the sudden, eager compliance. Such a smooth retreat usually indicated deeper deception. Oh, don't feed me that customer satisfaction stuff, you phony, you multi-limbed You mean you're actually going to give me the credit? Without a protracted argument, without citing obscure vendor clauses, without claiming it's an unfortunate byproduct of a fluctuating temporal continuum. Of course, Captain. Absolutely, Silas declared, pulling a handful of credits from a hidden pouch that seemed to materialize from within his iridescent jacket, counting them out precisely, swiftly, without even a glance. Here, sir, the full $12.95, plus the generous extra credit your man offered, and you tell your brave buddy PFC Pippin. My sincere apologies for any perceived dissatisfaction. Tell him I'm sorry he wasn't satisfied with the transaction. My deepest regrets for the temporal inconsistency of the chronoglyph. He pushed the credits into Bo's hand, clearly eager to conclude the encounter. Bo took the credits, still utterly stunned by the ease of the exchange. He glanced down, verifying the amount. $13 credits, he muttered, then looked back up, incredulous. You mean you're actually giving me a refund? Just like that? No questions, no arguments. What's your angle, Sterling? Well, of course I'm giving you a refund. Captain, such an upstanding establishment as mine is built on trust. Sly Silas replied, now completely at ease, sliding effortlessly back into his well-rehearsed patter, gaining confidence with Bo's confusion. And, Captain, I'll even give you a comprehensive explanation, because a discerning gentleman such as yourself, a leader of men, is most certainly entitled to the full transparency of the galactic marketplace. My reputation demands it, Captain. Yeah, so explain the great mystery of the $12.95. Gravitonium chronoglyph. Sterling, Bo challenged, skeptical, his arms folded, utterly unwilling to concede a single point of logic. How do you make a profit selling actual gravitonium for pocket change? You want to know about this chronoglyph, Captain? Sly Silas spread his hands expansively, gesturing with a flourish at the teeming Astrohaven market, then with an equally theatrical sweep towards the distant, gleaming spires of Cosmic Crucible City's prestigious quantum sector. Well, Captain, right now, a similar model, virtually identical in every aspect, is sitting in a meticulously lit display window of Wilson's Interstellar Jewelers, located in the prestigious quantum sector, and it's proudly selling for $97.50 credits. And that, my dear Captain, is even on sale. A promotional mark. Can you believe it? Bo scoffed, a dismissive snort escaping him. Oh, come on, Sterling. What do you take me for? Some kind of gullible backwater rube fresh off a cargo freighter. I was raised in Cosmic Crucible City, Mr. My father navigated these very freeways. I know a shakedown when I see one. I know, intimately, with bone-deep familiarity, how these urban markets operate. You know, with people and orbital freeways and high-volume data stream markets, where every price is precisely calculated to within a non-accredit for maximum extraction. All right, Captain, you wound me with your... Silas conceded with a theatrical shrug, managing to look both offended and deeply understanding. You were indeed born in this magnificent city, I grant you that, Captain. But even an urban native, particularly one engaged in military pursuits, still has a great lot, to learn about the intricate, convoluted, and often deceptive art of intergalactic merchandising. It's not always about where you're from, but who you know, how you acquire your stock, and how creatively you manage your overheads. Okay, then you tell me, Sterling Bow demanded, his arms still folded, his jaw tight. How do you honestly sell a 100-credit gravitonium chronoglyph for $12.95 credits without it being a phony, a forgery, or definitively pirated from some poor sap's locker? Explain it to me, without resort to telepathy or temporal displacement. Sly Silas leaned in, lowering his voice conspiratorially once more, his scales shimmering subtly under the dim light as he adjusted his personal energy field, enhancing his persuasive aura. Simple, Captain. Elegant in its brutal efficiency. 2 words. Lo, that, sir, is the cornerstone of my humble empire. Bo frowned, his brow furrowed deeper. Low overhead. What in the blazes are you talking about, Sterling? Are you living in a storage container? Well, sure, Captain. Silas gestured expansively towards the glittering gleaming storefronts of the Quanti sector visible in the distance, a mesmerizing array of architectural marvels. You go downtown to any of these high-class jewelers, Wilson's Interstellar Jewelers for instance, and what do you see? Fancy holographic fixtures. Dazzling display cases that cost more than a small cruiser, thick sonic dampening carpets made from rare Jovian fibers, an army of high-priced, heavily augmented, impeccably polite sales beings with advanced psychology training, and massive, inefficient atmospheric conditioning units to maintain optimal humidity for their exotic clientele. Do you see any of that around here, Captain, in my humble, yet efficient, establishment? He gestured around his rickety stall, a haphazard collection of salvaged plating and flickering Huh? Do you see it? Of course you don't, Captain. It's all pure profit, by cutting the fat. No, but, Bo began, a tiny, almost imperceptible crack forming in his rigid skepticism. He had to admit, the comparison was stark. Well, I still don't see how a genuine gravitonium chronoglyph can sell for $12.95 credits, Sterling Bow admitted grudgingly, unwilling to fully commit to this outlandish explanation. There's got to be a catch, a hidden flaw, a temporal wormhole that only appears when you buy it. Of course there's a catch, Captain, but it's not what you think, and it's not a flaw in the product itself, Sly Silas exclaimed, practically vibrating with excitement at Bow's wavering doubt. And it's the markup. The astronomical, ridiculous markup, the very lifeblood of galactic commerce. Have you any idea of the markup involved in these so-called luxury items, Captain? It would shock you to your core. It would. Bo frowned. No, I usually get my chronoglyphs directly from the quartermaster corps. They have fixed, transparent pricing dictated by the Starstone Council. No markups involved. Just administrative fees. It's highly inefficient, but predictable. Well, not many of us ordinary citizens know, Sly Silas confided, his voice now brimming with false camaraderie, creating an intimate bubble around them in the bustling market, that there's a staggering 60 and 70%, sometimes even 80%, profit margin attached to these luxury items. Especially when, like me, you're clever enough to buy them by the cargo hold, not individually, hundreds at a time. Bo's eyes widened, a flicker of genuine astonishment finally breaking through his armor of bulk purchases on luxury items. The implications for efficiency and cost reduction were staggering. Of course, that's my secret, Captain. Sly, Silas declared, tapping his temple. I'm a Havalium dealer, a titan of efficient galactic commerce. I make a tiny profit on each individual item. Mind you, a mere pittance, but I go for the big turnover, a rapid, almost frenetic movement of goods. Even taking this time to talk to you has cost me money, Captain. Time is credits, after all, and I could be moving dozens of chronoglyphs in this very moment. Sly Silas patted Bo's shoulder with the familiarity Bo found both annoying and strangely compelling. But it's worth it, entirely worth it, to foster such understanding. I mean, how many times do I get to talk shop with a man who truly understands the business side of things? A man of both military might and astute mercantile insight. It's a rare pleasure, Captain, a true meeting of minds. Bo felt a faint stir of pride, an unwelcome and insidious feeling bubbling up from within. He hadn't just gotten the credits back. He'd stumbled upon a revelation, a hidden truth about interstellar commerce. He was being seen, truly seen, as more than just a military grunt. Well, I was always pretty good in basic galactic arithmetic, especially when it came to balancing platoon budgets against unexpected supply chain interruptions. Good, good, I knew it. I sensed that keen intellect pulsating from you, Captain. Sly Silas rubbed his hands together, his reptilian eyes gleaming, not with avarice now, but with the excitement of a mentor finding a truly promising student. A genuine numbers man. Well, let me really explain it to you, Captain. Let me lay bare the entire structure of the Galactic Trade Network, expose its hidden. Bo listened, mesmerized, as Sly Silas, now an impassioned economics professor, spun a convoluted, yet strangely compelling, tale of wholesale costs, distributor fees, regional tariffs, clandestine acquisition routes, and fluctuating retail margins. He explained how he bypassed all of this, dealing directly with, well, never mind exactly who he dealt directly with, but the point, Silas assured him, was pure efficiency, massive volume, and drastically low overhead, almost to the point of structural instability. By the time Silas finished, having eloquently demonstrated the principles of bulk purchasing and ruthless Bo was nodding slowly, a reluctant, yet undeniable understanding dawning in his eyes. The rogue merchant was a scoundrel, a purveyor of dubious goods, and almost certainly a wanted criminal on several planets. But by golly, he knew his trade. His grasp of speculative economics was, Bo had to admit, breathtaking. Later, back at the Starstone Galactic encampment, in the dim, stale atmosphere of the barracks, Percy Pippin was lamenting his blunder to Archie Finch. How in the cosmic void could I have offered such a paltry sum, Archie, to such an honest, hard-working merchant who was suffering such overstocked hardship? Imagine me being so foolish, so utterly insensitive. It's not as if I was 2 cycles old. I'm a grown man, a Marine, a Hickenlooper prime high school graduate, with a respectable average in interstellar agrarian sciences. I am. His face was a mask of profound sorrow. Archie clapped him on the shoulder, a comforting, if slightly awkward, gesture. Don't you stop aggravating yourself, Percy. It was just one of those things, an unfortunate cosmic alignment, you might say. You got taken. Purely by circumstance. Just chalk it up to valuable interstellar experience. Lessons learned, after all, are the most precious currency. Well, one thing's for sure, Percy vowed, clenching his fists, a determined glint in his eye. Captain Montgomery's not gonna let him get away with it. No, sir. He was so angry. His face was as purple as a dying nebula. I'll bet you he puts that fella out of business for good. For good and all. And gets my credits back from that dastardly swindler. Archie, ever the realist, sighed, shaking his head slowly. I wouldn't count on it, Percy. Not with the cunning of these Astrohaven merchants. Right now, that Silas character and your 13 credits are probably halfway across the galactic arm, converted into something untraceable, like highly volatile, or perhaps a down payment on a pleasure cruiser on Elite. Percy, ever the optimist, and always seeking the silver lining in every galactic cloud, tried to console himself. Well, I sure hope he enjoys that money. I do, and has himself a good time, a truly pleasant interstellar journey, because he's got his conscience to live with, Archie. And that, I reckon, is a heavy burden, a weight that no amount of credits can alleviate. Just then, the barracks hatch hissed open, and Captain Beauregard Montgomery stormed in, a grim set to his jaw, but holding the returned chronoglyph in his hand. He wasn't quite radiating the expected righteous fury, but a strange, contemplative air, almost bordering on intellectual triumph. Captain Montgomery, sir, did you find him? Did you find that Sly Silas, the one who looks like a multi-limbed reptile? Did you catch up with him? Did you? Percy practically tripped over himself in his eagerness, rushing forward. Yeah, Pippin. Bo's voice was surprisingly calm, almost weary, but with an underlying tone of quiet, measured satisfaction. He held up the chronoglyph. I knew it. See? There, Archie-do, Percy exclaimed, beaming again, his faith in Bo utterly vindicated. When Captain Montgomery starts to do something, he does it with unparalleled precision. He does. He gets results. Did you get my credits back for me, Captain? My precious, hard-earned credits. I did better than that, Pippin, Bo declared, holding up the chronoglyph, which, despite its previous failure, now seemed to gleam with a new, mysterious aura. I got your chronoglyph back. My chronoglyph? Percy's voice was filled with bewildered delight. He stared at the object, then at Bo, then back at the object, the one with the lifetime quantum warranty, the one that was so beautiful, even if it had stopped ticking, it had... Yeah, Bo actually managed a small, almost imperceptible smile. And see that you take good care of that, Pippin. A chronoglyph like that, with such history and potential, can truly last you a lifetime, if handled properly. Don't go losing it or inadvertently giving it away to any other overstocked merchants. Understand? Captain, Percy ventured cautiously, his brow furrowing slightly, a flicker of his earlier distress returning. What about it being pirated, though? You know, hot, like you said. Illicitly acquired from some poor... I couldn't bear to keep a stolen item. I couldn't. Oh, there's nothing to worry about there. Pippin Bo waved his hand dismissively, an air of complete authority surrounding him. We had a little talk, a little merchandising tutorial, you might say, involving several hours of intense debate over galactic trade law and ethical sourcing. All has been rectified. You did. Percy was utterly perplexed, unable to reconcile the image of a furious captain with a polite merchandising tutorial. Yeah, Bo smirked, then revealed his own wrist. Attached to it, shimmering with an almost hypnotic iridescence, was a luxurious stardust scarf, a genuine silver-frosted ranch-grown, the kind worn by socialites on the pleasure moon of Elysium 7. It was breathtakingly opulent, clearly worth more credits than Percy had ever earned in his life. And I made a little investment with Sly Silas myself. Just feast your eyes on that. Huh? A shrewd business deal, Pippin. A truly ingenious one. Percy gasped. His mouth hung open. A fur piece. Oh my stars. How in the cosmic void could you afford a thing like that, Captain? I thought your credit allocation was quite strained after the wager with Colonel Ramsay. Bo chuckled, a rare self-satisfied sound that held none of its usual weary exasperation. Simple, Pippin, as Mr. Sly Silas so eloquently demonstrated, and as I have now fully come to understand, low overhead, the fundamental principle of efficient galactic commerce. He patted the shimmering scarf with immense satisfaction, a look of profound, almost smug, triumph on his face. This ain't just any fur piece, Pippin. This is a genuine silver-frosted ranch-grown, the rarest of the rare, bred under biodomes of Xylos Alpha, for their exceptionally fine, shimmering pelt. It's a statement piece, Pippin, a declaration of refined taste. Man, it sure looks great, Cap, Percy exclaimed, his eyes wide with admiration. He gingerly reached out to touch the soft, glistening fur, completely awestruck. Yeah, Bo's eyes twinkled with anticipation, a dreamy look in his gaze. He pictured the reaction he was hoping for. I just can't wait till Darla sees this. It'll make up for that regrettable bio-bath salts, said I got her for her last name. She wasn't too crazy about those. She said they smelled too much like rehydrated asteroid algae. She did, which was an unfair comparison. In my opinion, it sure will, Captain. Percy agreed heartily. This is far more beautiful than any bath salts. Must have cost you a fortune, Cap. A veritable treasure. It must be. Bo smirked. Guess what it costs, Pippin. Just guess. Use your newfound understanding of low overhead and cargo hold acquisitions. Well, my sister on Hickenlooper Primes got one that was vaguely similar, though nowhere near as luxurious. Percy mused, tapping his chin thoughtfully, recalling a rather synthetic replica. It cost her about 200 credits from the traveling merchant convoy, but it shed quite a bit. It did. Wrong, Pippin. Utterly, gloriously wrong, Bo announced triumphantly, unable to contain his glee. $49.95. Credits, and that includes a free holographic cleaning consultation, plus a complimentary polishing of its gravitonium clasp. An absolute steal. Pippin, a brilliant, honest, and completely ethical steal. $49.95 credits for that. Percy's jaw dropped so far it hit his chest, a sound like a small, hollow drum. His eyes bulged. Well, How in the cosmic void could they sell you a snazzy-looking fur like that for so little, Captain? It simply defies the laws of economics. It does. What about the huge markups? Bo tapped his head knowingly, a profound, sagacious expression on his face, as if he had just unraveled the deepest mysteries of the universe. Well, obviously, Pippin, you still don't fully understand the intricate ins and outs of modern-day intergalactic money, particularly when one has excellent connections to a high-volume dealer with extremely low, like Mr. Sly Silas. There are hidden layers, Pippin, subtle nuances that only true understanding can penetrate. $49.95 credits. Capty, still sounds impossible, Percy insisted, wrestling with the contradictory economic data presented to him. His brain felt like it was trying to process mutually exclusive realities. Look, Pippin, I'll explain it to you. Again, Bo began, eager to solidify his newfound mercantile wisdom. When you buy a fur like this downtown in the quantum sector, at one of those high-class establishments, you pay for a lot of extras. You pay for the fancy orbital address, the polite droid sales attendants, the personalized fittings with multi-phase sensors, the sparkling ambient light, the complimentary. But when you deal with a shrewd, efficient, high-volume dealer like Sly Silas, you forget all that. You cut out the middleman. It's like dealing directly with the space fox itself, negotiating on its very breeding planet, circumventing all the bureaucratic and financial red tape. It's a pure, unadulterated transaction, stripped down to its bare, beautiful essence. Percy, utterly fascinated by this revelation, nodded along, his eyes wide with new understanding. I sure would like to see Miss Darla's face when you give her that package, Captain. I bet it will light up like a supernova. When are you going to give it to her, Captain? I'd like to know the moment of joy. I would. Well, Bo replied, a dreamy, romantic look in his eyes. I thought I'd take her to the Stardust Supper Club tonight, the most elegant establishment in Cosmic Crucible City, and give it to her there. Something truly classy. You know, worthy of both the scarf and my refined taste. Oh, I'd give anything to see her face light up. Percy sighed, his eyes gleaming with romanticized notions. I just love seeing people happy. I do. Well, tonight at the Stardust Supper Club, Pippin Bo stated, still basking in his cleverness and his impending triumph. That's where you'll see it happen. A guaranteed, cinematic display of pure delight. Gosh, Captain, if you don't mind, Percy ventured tentatively, his voice small, a hopeful look in his eyes. I'd like to be there just to see you give it to her, that's all. I won't interfere or nothing, I promise. I'll just be a tiny little shadow in a corner, out of the way. You won't even notice me. I'll be so discreet. Bo paused, considering the request. A small audience to witness his triumphant reconciliation with Darla. It could add to the gravitas. He could leverage Pippin's presence, almost as a mascot. Be my guest, Pippin. Just try not to. Well, just be yourself, and don't spill anything on anyone, particularly the weight droids. They're terribly temperamental. He let out a small, self-satisfied chuckle. He was going to win Darla back and demonstrate his mercantile genius, all in one glorious evening. What could possibly go wrong? He suppressed a sudden, fleeting tremor of apprehension. It was, after all, Pippin. Chapter 4. The Demise of the Stardust Scarf and Other Downfalls. The Stardust Supper Club, nestled in one of Cosmic Crucible City's most opulent orbital stations, hummed with the sophisticated chatter of Astrohaven's elite. Its grand dining hall was a breathtaking expanse of polished neutronium and shimmering crystal. Crystal chandeliers, powered by captured starlight filtered through ancient nebular gas, cast a soft, ambient glow on elegantly clad beings of various species. Sleek Viridian socialites with their iridescent scales, stoic, Grungan diplomats, and towering Zalosian magnate. Bo Montgomery, resplendent in his crisp, starched dress uniform, a veritable paragon of military dignity, beamed across a private crescent-shaped booth at Darlene Darla Dubois, his stunning partner. Darla, whose features were a perfect blend of timeless elegance and vivacious spirit, was positively radiant, though she wore a slightly impatient pout, her perfectly sculpted lips betraying a hint of lingering annoyance. "No, Bo, please," Darla coaxed, her voice a velvety whisper, rich as a nebulous dust, that always managed to melt even the most adamantine of Bo's stern exteriors. Her fingers danced impatiently over a small, elegantly gift-wrapped box Bao had placed on the table, just within her reach. Come on, Vince, darling. Now, tell me what's in the package. You know how I detest prolonged suspense. I simply can't stand this, Vince. My nerves are simply unraveling like an old subspace cable. Bo chuckled, enjoying the prolonged anticipation, the delicious tension building. He loved to surprise Darla. I already told you, Darla, my dearest. I wanted it to be a surprise, a dramatic reveal. The evening is still young, filled with endless possibilities. We have all the stellar cycles ahead of us for explanations. Surprises. Oh, you rogue, Darla teased playfully, tapping the box with a perfectly manicured finger. Very well. If you insist on your theory, if I guess it, Bo, will you tell me if I'm right? Just a little hint, darling. I promise I won't spoil the grand moment. Okay, Bo conceded with a theatrical sigh, leaning back in his seat, his uniform rustling softly. But you'll never guess it. Not in the next few orbiter rotations, my love. It's too unique, too exquisite for even your discerning mind to predict. Darla pondered, her brow furrowed in thought, then ventured, Is it a deluxe hydrosanitation footwear kit? Bo, those antimicrobial grav-mat slippers with the integrated foot massages you always rave about. No, Bo declared with a dramatic sweep of his hand, utterly confident in his chosen gift's superiority. Of course not, my dear. Something far more personal, far more precious. An antique ironing field cover for your uniforms, perhaps. Darla guessed a hint of wry amusement in her tone. Or, perhaps some replacement anti-static filters for your sonic clothes press. No, Bo nearly shouted, almost spilling his synthampane. Absurd! Think grander, my love. Think opulent. Think utterly unexpected. Darla pouted, a small, delightful crease appearing between her brows. Oh, goodness, don't tell me, Bo. It's not another box of those dreadful biobath salts, is it? The ones that smelled too much like rehydrated asteroid algae. As you so unfairly put it, she half-shrieked, a vivid, unpleasant memory of Bo's previous ill-chosen gift, still fresh in her mind, causing a shudder to run through her elegant frame. I told you wouldn't get it. Bo laughed, reaching across the table to affectionately pat her hand, his triumphant expression radiating so, just be patient, my love. The neutron noodles, freshly spawned from the stellar seas of Xenon 7, will be here in a minute. We'll drink a celebratory toast to our glorious future, and then we'll open it. Is that okay, sweet? A perfect, romantic climax to our perfect evening. Darla finally relented, her lips curving into a reluctant but captivating smile. Okay, but I should have known better, but with you, everything, even grand romantic gestures, has to be done by the numbers, by the book, with elaborate, suspenseful preambles. Captain Montgomery. Just then, as if summoned by an unseen, mischievous cosmic force, a figure appeared, a beacon of beaming, uncontained innocence, an utter lack of discretion, standing awkwardly at the entrance of their private booth. Hey, Captain Montgomery, Miss Darla. It was Percy Pippin, resplendent, in his meticulously pressed, if slightly ill-fitting, his uniform glowing with the sheer power of his earnest enthusiasm. He was standing ramrod straight, but with a grin that threatened to split his face from ear to ear. His wide, innocent eyes immediately latched onto the package. Bo flinched so violently he nearly overturned the delicate Nebula wine carafe. A low, strangled gurgle escaped him. He had actually come, that infernal, well-meaning idiot. He'd almost completely forgotten his rash, drunken invitation from the previous night, a moment of weakness now repaid with profound humiliation. Oh, hi, Percy, Bo managed, his voice strained and thin, a stark contrast to his earlier boisterous tone. I wanted to get here sooner, Captain, Percy explained, completely oblivious to the sudden, rapidly escalating tension. But I missed the hyperbus, and then the orbital tram was delayed by a spontaneous meteor shower. Did you give her the fur yet, Captain? The beautiful stardust scarf. I mean, the one that cost a mere $49.95 credits for such luxury. Darla's eyes, which had been sparkling with anticipation, snapped open wider. Her gaze shot from Percy to the package, then back to Bo, a dawning look of profound, bewildered horror slowly spreading across her face. The fur. Bo, darling, You bought me fur, and at such a price. Ooh, Bo, you secretive rascal. Why are you just letting me sit here, agonizing with suspense, when you could have given me such a splendid gift immediately? Her previous annoyance instantly melted away, replaced by an overwhelming wave of delighted, if somewhat confused, excitement. Bo, meanwhile, felt a wave of icy panic wash over him. His blood ran cold, then flushed hot with a fresh, murderous fury. He glared at Percy, a silent, venomous promise of unspeakable horrors, of cleaning hyperdrive conduits with a sonic toothbrush, blazing in his eyes. You blithering spasep, you well-meaning, planet-sized idiot. You just ruined the surprise. The entire, dramatic build-up. You just ruined everything. He forced a sickly, desperate smile. She's lying, Pippin. Completely fabricating the situation. I hadn't told her yet. Not a word. It was all part of the theatrical mystery. A romantic journey of discovery. Darla, completely enraptured by the idea of fur and her impending gift, hadn't noticed Bo's internal meltdown, or his barely contained rage towards Percy. She snatched the package from the table, tearing open the wrapping with unladylike speed and surprising force, ripping through the delicate antigrav paper and crystalline ribbon. The shimmering stardust scarf, a lustrous swath of faux fox fur, spilled out onto the table, gleaming under the starlight shadow. "Oh, Bo, darling, it's gorgeous," she gasped, running her slender fingers over the exquisite faux fox fur, her face alight with an almost childlike wonder. "It is real, a real fur, Bo, so soft, so delicate, it feels like spun starlight itself." "Of course, it's real, my love, only the finest for you, darling," Bo stammered, trying to regain some semblance of composure, forcing a hearty, reassuring laugh that sounded distinctly strained. He shot another withering glare at Percy. "I'd say it's a genuine silver-frosted ranch-grown space fox, Miss Darla," Percy interjected happily, his voice bubbling with pride for Bo's generous gift, completely oblivious to Bo's suffering. "Right, Captain?" The man said it was very rare. Indeed, almost like dealing directly with a... Bo felt a vein throb in his temple, pounding like a rogue plasma piston. He clenched his jaw so hard his teeth ached. "You just had to blab everything, didn't you, Pippin? You big multi-celled organism of cosmic innocence. You ruined the price. You ruined the surprise. You just ruined my life." Yeah, Pippin, that's right. You great big scholar of intergalactic merge. It's precisely what you said it was. But now, if you just maintain a respectful silence, Pippin, perhaps observe the intricacies of galactic dining. Darla, completely enraptured by her gift, stroking the faux fox fur with almost reverent awe, hadn't noticed Bo's outburst or his barely suppressed rage towards Percy. "Oh, Bo, darling, this is the nicest surprise I've ever had. Just look at it. It glows. It truly does. It's so utterly unique, so wonderfully thoughtful. Captain Montgomery, I knew you'd just love it." "Miss Darla," Percy interjected happily, misinterpreting the situation entirely, convinced his interjection had merely added to the romance. "Boy, did he get a terrific bargain on that? Miss Darla." He talked the man down to half price after learning all about the low overhead and the overstocked supplier. "He's a regular genius. He is." Bo, upon hearing this, felt a sudden, sharp, almost paralyzing pain lance through his chest. He looked as though he might actually spontaneously combust, turning several shades of green and purple before settling on a permanent shade of crimson. A terrific bargain indeed, Pippin. A bargain that's about to unravel before my very eyes. He was momentarily speechless, caught between the desire to scream and the desire to simply vanish into a black hole. Darla, however, was still floating on a cloud of delight, showing off her new accessory to everyone in the vicinity. She stood up from the booth, gracefully draping the luxurious scarf over her shoulders, her movements radiating an elegant joy. "Well, come on, darling, let's dance. I want everybody in the entire Stardust Supper Club to see the new fur, my gorgeous new fur from my clever captain." Bo, though his face felt tight with a forced, rictus-like cheer that felt alien to him, forced himself to stand. He took Darla's hand and, with all the enthusiasm of a condemned prisoner marching to his final hyperdrive execution, led her onto the softly lit dance floor. Percy, meanwhile, remained in his inconspicuous corner, happily sipping a synthale bow had grudgingly ordered him, his eyes sparkling with pure contentment, witnessing the joy he felt he had, however, inadvertently, helped create. The music swelled, an enchanting, complex melody from an alien stringed instrument, accompanied by the ethereal harmonies of a sentient wind chime. Darla glided across the polished neutronium dance floor, the stardust scarf draped elegantly over her shoulders, shimmering under the refracted starlight, a vision of interplanetary glamour. Utterly oblivious to the subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in her expensive accessory, Bo, despite his inner turmoil, despite the pounding in his head and the sinking feeling in his gut, couldn't help but feel a fleeting sense of pride in Darla's beauty and his, however short, triumphant gift. He looked over at Percy, who gave him a cheerful thumbs up from his corner, an encouraging beam on his face. Then it happened. A delicate, silvery strand of fur, shimmering faintly, drifted from the scarf, swirling slowly to the dance floor like a forgotten particle of stardust. Then another, and another. Soon, a veritable blizzard of shimmering faux fox hairs began to descend, gracefully blanketing Darla and Bo, clinging to their uniforms, decorating the polished neutronium floor like festive, albeit shedding, confetti. The entire dance floor began to look like it had been assaulted by 1,000 startled Darla stopped dancing abruptly, her movements freezing mid, her eyes wide with a dawning horror, as she looked down at the rapidly balding scarf, which now resembled a molting space worm, or perhaps a cheap, synthetic blanket that had been vigorously assaulted by an atomic lint roller. The elegant shimmer gave way to a sparse, pathetic fuzz. Fox. My. Fox. Bo. What in the name of the galactic fashion houses is happening? She shrieked, her voice echoing shrilly in the suddenly, unnervingly silent club. The alien music sputtered, then died. All eyes were on them. Bo stared at the scarf, which was shedding at an alarming, almost aggressive rate, revealing the synthetic, rather sparse backing beneath. His face, already red, turned a profound, cosmic crimson, a color he thought was exclusive to distant, violent stellar nurseries. His mouth worked, but no sound emerged. This is it, he thought. The final, glorious, Percy Pippin-induced catastrophe. Darla. I don't know what happened. He stammered, his words dying in his throat. It's a fake, Darla screamed, her voice, now devoid of any tenderness, rising to a piercing shriek of pure, unadulterated outrage. She wrenched the rapidly disintegrating scarf from her shoulders with a violent motion, flinging it onto the dance floor, where it landed in a pathetic, shedding heap. Bits of silver fur rained down around them like toxic cosmic dust. Oh, Captain Montgomery, you're cheap, and a liar, a deceitful, bargain bin scoundrel. You bought me a cheap, shedding monstrosity. The entire club stared, a collective gasp echoing through the stunned silence. Conversations died. Spoons clattered. Weight droids froze mid. Bo, utterly mortified, could only stammer, a choked gurgle escaping his throat. His face, a grotesque mask of horror and defeat. He wished, with every fiber of his being, for a black hole to open up beneath his feet and mercifully swallow him whole. From his inconspicuous corner, Percy winced. His synthale glass clattered against the table. Oh, Miss Darla, I wish I'd have been there to see it closer. Captain, the fur was really flying then. It was like a cosmic snowstorm. He immediately clapped a hand over his mouth, his wide, innocent eyes realizing the profundity of his social blunder. Oops, perhaps that wasn't the right thing to say. Later that night, back at the Starstone Galactic encampment, in the dim, perpetually stale atmosphere of the barracks, Percy was relaying the disastrous event to Archie Lance and a handful of other recruits. The details grew wilder with each retelling, the fox fur gaining sentience, the clubgoers becoming enraged mobs. I mean, it was just awful. Oh, goodness, it was terrible. Archie, Percy explained, his voice thick with a mixture of horror and fascination, waving his hands expressively. Poor Miss Darla, she looked so beautiful, and then the fur, it just poofed, like a dying nebula, right there on the dance floor. Archie shook his head sadly, polishing his grav boots. His perpetually worried expression intensified. What funny do you get from watching Captain Montgomery get dumped by Darla? Now, Percy, it sounds like utter heartbreak. It does. Not funny, Archie, Percy insisted, still aghast. A space fox fur molting in the middle of the dance floor at the Stardust Supper Club, in front of all those elegant viridians. That's not funny. It's a mess. Archie, a public spectacle of unparalleled disgrace. Miss Darla will probably never speak to him again. That's just going to break his heart. It is. Right into little pieces, like a shattered data. Lancer Dixon, ever pragmatic and possessing a surprising talent for financial assessment, chimed in, leaning against his locker. If I know Captain Montgomery, Pip. What's really breaking his heart right now is that $49.95 credits he blew on the fake fur, and the additional fees he'll owe to the club for property damage due to excessive organic particulate shedding. If I know how those establishments operate. Percy brightened with a sudden determined idea, his eyes sparkling with renewed purpose. If I could find that Sly Silas, I'd get Captain Montgomery's credits back for him. I would. Every single credit. It's the least I can do, after witnessing such humiliation. Archie sighed, a sound of profound resignation. Kiss it goodbye, Percy. That Sly Silas character is probably on the far side of the galaxy by now, living off your captain's credits and plotting his next scam. The best thing for you to do right now is forget about it. It's just like my grandma Pippin used to say back on Hickenlooper Prime. When you try to get something for nothing, that's just what you end up with. Something that's worth nothing. It's a universal truth. That is. Just then, Private Elmo Higgins, a perpetually cynical but surprisingly astute recruit, who always seemed to materialize at the precise moment of profound philosophical or financial contemplation, walked into the barracks. He carried an ornate, vaguely antique-looking chronoglyph, gleaming gold with strange, swirling, faintly glowing engravings on his wrist. "Hello, men. What's all the fuss and consternation about? Why are your faces so pale, as if you've seen a ghost of cosmic proportions?" The others stared at Elmo's wrist, then at his new chronoglyph, which seemed to possess a strangely familiar aura. "Well, Elmo, what do you think is going on?" Lancer drawled, a knowing glint in his reptilian eyes. "Why do you suddenly look like you've won the Sabak lottery?" "What do we think about what?" Elmo asked, confused, examining his own reflection in the chronoglyph's polished surface. "What is all this collective staring for?" "Well, this..." Lancer pointed accusingly at Elmo's this new chronoglyph of mine. Elmo looked pleased, proudly displaying it. "Oh, this, Shazam. Where'd you get it, Elmo?" Percy exclaimed, his voice filled with renewed wide-eyed wonder, completely forgetting his own identical, defunct timepiece back in his locker. He truly loved beautiful, shiny objects. "Well, I happened to be passing the Comet Q's billiards hall in Astro Haven," Elmo explained, a note of triumph in his voice, "and a fellow out front there, a rather charming reptilian gentleman, sold it to me. He called himself Lucky Louie. Do you have any idea what I paid for such a splendid item?" Percy's eyes widened to an almost comical degree, a flash of recognition belatedly crossing his features. He felt a peculiar sense of déjà vu. $12.95. Credits, Elmo. Is that what you paid? Elmo's smile faltered, replaced by a look of bewildered astonishment. "Amazing. Unbelievable. How did you know, Percy? Were you there? Are you psychic?" Lancer threw his head back, a bitter, mirthless laugh escaping him. Friendly, Freddy strikes again. Or rather, Sly Silas, in his latest guise. That conniving... The universe truly is conspiring against Captain Montgomery's financial well-being. "Is that his name? Friendly Freddy?" Percy asked, puzzled, trying to reconcile the name with Sly Silas. "I thought his name was Mr. Sly Silas, a very friendly man with a slight forked tongue." Elmo blinked. "No, this fellow's name is Lucky Louis," he said, "a man of immense good fortune, apparently." Lancer scoffed. "Louis, that's probably just his downtown alias, Elmo. His cunning persona for the gullible. Don't tell me you fell for his low overstocked supplier from a distant nebula with starving space lizards spiel too." Elmo looked defensive. "Well, he did say his supplier was having a minor distribution anomaly due to unforeseen meteor showers, and that it was a humanitarian gesture to purchase the item. And he seemed so sincere, he did." "Did you know where I found him?" Percy interjected, hopping excitedly, a fresh burst of righteous indignation animating him. "I mean, where I found Sly Silas, Captain Montgomery's friend." Elmo thought for a moment, then shrugged. "Well, I imagine he's still at the Comet Q's billiards hall." charming, unsuspecting recruits and swindling them with his dubious wares. He's very good at pool. He is. Percy's eyes narrowed, a determined glint appearing in them. Maybe if I hurry, I can still kick him. Kick him where it counts, in his ill-gotten credits. Get Captain Montgomery's money back for that awful, shedding scarf. Wait a minute, Elmo, Lancer called out, grabbing Elmo's arm just as Percy started to dart out. What's going on? You oblivious noodlehead? Archie slapped his forehead in profound despair. Congratulations, PFC Higgins. You've just been initiated to membership in the Patsy Club. You're a card-carrying member now, Elmo. Your dues have been paid in broken watches. Percy, however, had already made up his mind, his simple logic cutting through the layers of cynicism and despair. Maybe if I hurry, I can still kick him, in the credits. Get Captain Montgomery's money back, he declared, already turning to leave. A singular, determined mission in his innocent heart. He would face down any multi-limbed grifter for his captain. Word count. Continuing from the original script. So, there you are. I'm sorry to ruin your shot, Mr. Freddy, but there's something I've got to talk to you about. Well, why all of it? This is my old Marine buddy. The smoky, syntho-scented air of the Comet Q's billiards hall was punctuated by the rhythmic clicker, the low hum of energy tables, and the occasional burst of profanity from frustrated players. Sly, Silas Sterling, now firmly back in his Lucky Louie persona, complete with a different iridescent jacket, hunched over a particularly challenging shot, his reptilian eyes narrowed in concentration. He was lining up a complex bank shot that would undoubtedly clear the table and win him a substantial pile of credits from his current unsuspecting opponent. A fresh-faced recruit named Private Miles Muzzy McGuire. Sly Silas savored the moment, the scent of easy money thick in the air. So there you are, Mr. Sly Silas. Percy's voice, devoid of its usual polite preamble, and carrying with it the undeniable clarion call of righteous indignation, sliced through the quiet, tense atmosphere of the billiards hall like a disruptor blast. Sly Silas flinched violently, his caustic jarring. The plasmorb, which had been perfectly lined up, glanced off the bumper and skittered wildly, sending it directly into the wrong pocket. A catastrophic foul. His shot, meticulously planned, was utterly ruined. He straightened slowly, turning to face Percy, his previous genial smirk replaced by a scowl that could curdle pleasure. His eyes, usually charming, now held a dangerous glint. Oh, goodness me, Mr. Sly Silas, I'm truly sorry to ruin your shot, Percy continued, completely oblivious to the ruined game or the danger he was in. His voice, unwavering, was laced with an innocent but firm determination that often preceded unexpected chaos. I truly am, but there's just something I've got to talk to you about. It's very, very important. It is. Sly Silas slowly straightened, turning to face Percy, struggling to maintain his composure. His genial, Lucky Louie facade was crumbling faster than a corroded starship hull. He quickly tried to pivot, attempting to use misdirection. Well, why all the urgency, and why? Pray tell. Are you calling me Mr. Sly Silas? You seem to be under a misapprehension. For this is my old Marine buddy, PFC Muzzy McGuire, and I, sir, I'm merely a humble recreation enthusiast enjoying a quiet game of billiards. There is no Silas here, only Louie. He gestured vaguely at Private Muzzy McGuire, who simply blinked nervously, clearly out of his depth. Hi, Homer, Muzzy mumbled, parroting the confused greeting he'd heard Percy use before. Hi, Percy responded automatically, then shook his head, a look of profound certainty settling on his face. No, sir, this is Muzzy. And I, sir, am Percy Pippin. And you, sir, are not Private Muzzy McGuire, and you're not Lucky Louie either. You're Sly Silas Sterling. You are the very same man who sold Captain Montgomery that terrible, awful, shedding fur scarf, and me that broken chronoglyph. You fooled us. You did. Percy pointed a determined, accusatory finger at Sly Silas, his voice echoing loudly across the stunned billiards hall, drawing the attention of several unsavory characters who found public confrontations immensely entertaining. Sly Silas's previously fixed friendly facade flickered, then dissolved completely, replaced by an expression of undisguised irritation. The game was utterly ruined, his profits dashed. Of course, Percival. Yes, it's me, Sly Silas, at your service, he snarled, abandoning his alias, his forced geniality gone. His eyes darted nervously, assessing potential threats and escape routes. Nice to see you again, son. A pleasure, as always. Now, perhaps we could discuss this elsewhere, away from such delicate ears. Away from this bustling hole of commerce and friendly competition. How about a little game of rotation? Perhaps outside. I'm just learning the game myself. Could use some expert competition, even from a humble marine like yourself. He tried to steer Percy away, already grabbing his cloak, ready to make a dash for it. I couldn't think about playing a game right now, Mr. Sly Silas, Percy exclaimed, completely ignoring the pool table, the game, and Sly Silas's desperate attempts at diversion. He grabbed Silas's arm, his grip surprisingly firm. You just don't know all the trouble you caused. You don't. Such a mess you made. You did. Sly Silas feigned profound, concerned bewilderment, struggling to peel Percy's hand off his arm. Trouble, son. Trouble. What kind of trouble are we talking about here, young Percival? For I am a purveyor of joy, not anguish. Well, you know that stardust scarf that you sold Captain Montgomery? Percy began, his voice laced with indignation, gaining strength as he detailed the injustice. The beautiful one, the silver-frosted ranch-grown the one you said was such a terrific bargain and made Captain Montgomery feel so clever for purchasing it based on low overhead principles. Well, all the fur blew right out of it. It did, right there on the dance floor of the Stardust Supper Club, in front of Miss Darla Dubois and all her fancy friends. And now it's harder than that there, just a stiff old bit of and Miss Darla was furious. She practically vaporized Captain Montgomery with her glare. Sly Silas's eyes bugged out, a genuinely startled expression breaking through his practiced charm and cunning. His mouth hung open in silent astonishment. The fur blew out. Unforeseen structural defect. A truly rare failure. This was an unforeseen variable. A product malfunction beyond his wildest, most cynical calculations. His usual array of plausible deniability was useless against such a spectacular public failure. It's what? The fur blew out. That's utterly impossible. A gravitonium weave textiles should be perfectly stable. That's right, it happened right out there on the dance floor, during a very elegant waltz. It was awful. Just awful. Percy described the scene with vivid, painful detail, reliving Beau's profound, public humiliation with surprising emotional fidelity. And you should see what happened to Captain Montgomery and Miss Darla. She screamed that he was cheap and a liar. She did. They may never talk to each other again. All because of your defective fur. Mr. Sly Silas. It broke her heart, and she looked so terribly upset. She did. A beautiful evening, ruined by a shoddy product. Sly Silas stared, his professional composure utterly shattered. His jaw hung slightly ajar, his forked tongue momentarily still. Ruined a romantic evening. This was a far cry from a mere product. This bordered on a public scandal. He wiped a bead of cold sweat from his shimmering brow, thinking of the repercussions for his reputation among military personnel. Oh, that darn furrier. That incompetent, two-bit, asteroid textile supplier. How could he do this to me? To my sterling reputation. You deal with somebody for 20 cycles. Through countless meteor showers and fluctuating warp fields, you develop a rapport, and then he slips you a poorly augmented space fox pelt. The utter betrayal. He sold me defective goods. Well, you sold it to Captain Montgomery, sir. So you should have known it wasn't any good, Percy retorted, pressing his advantage, his voice unwavering in its conviction. You're the expert in low overheads and cargo hold acquisitions. You said you should have inspected it properly. You should have. You think I want to cut my throat? Sly Silas cried, gesturing wildly around the dingy pool hall, as if it were a vast, endangered commercial empire that was now collapsing around him. I've spent 20 cycles, 20 long, arduous cycles, building a clientele here. All this, my hard-won reputation, my brand recognition amongst the most discerning marks. Customers. What can I do, Pippin? What in the galaxy can I do to help redeem my honor, my shattered integrity, in the eyes of the Starstone Marine Corps? He wrung his hands dramatically, a master of theatrical despair. Tell me, Percy. Tell me what noble, honest act can possibly rectify such a profound injustice. Well, Percy replied, seizing the opportunity with the instinctive purity of heart unique to him. You could start off by giving Captain Montgomery his money back for that Stardust scarf. You could. All $49.95 credits of it. That would be a good first step towards redemption. It would... His money back. Silas seemed to ponder this with profound gravity, as if the fate of the entire galaxy hung on the transaction. Such a noble sacrifice. But I shall bear it, for the sake of honor. Yeah, Percy added, embellishing slightly for emphasis, trying to add a little more leverage. That way there wouldn't be any trouble. Because Captain Montgomery was fixing to go to the Planetary Ethics Commission. He said he was going to report your low overhead dealings and your overstocked supplier to every sector governor from here to the Orion Arm. And he might even get your operating license revoked. He might... Oh, come on now. There's no need for that. Sly Silas threw his hands up in theatrical despair, shaking his head vehemently. The thought of the Planetary Ethics Commission was far more terrifying than a disgruntled Marine captain. Such extreme measures are quite unnecessary. My reputation, my good name. Let's handle this, as gentlemen of commerce, through cordial negotiation. It's always best to keep these things out of official channels. Wouldn't you agree? For everyone's benefit? He fished around in a hidden pouch that seemed to expand infinitely within his iridescent jacket, pulling out a handful of gleaming credits. Let's see now. It was $49.95 credits, wasn't it? For that disgraceful, shedding piece of textile mockery. He counted them out precisely, swiftly, without even a glance, handing them over. Here you go, pal. 10, 20. Here, take this 50-credit chip and just keep the change. A generous humanitarian gesture for a deeply wronged captain and his very beautiful, albeit temporarily enraged partner. Percy's eyes went wide, not just at the sudden influx of credits, but at Sly Silas's willingness to rectify the situation so readily. He clutched the 50-credit chip as if it were pure gravitonium, a symbol of justice achieved. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sly Silas, sir, and thank you for Captain Montgomery. This is ever so honest of you. It is. Well, that's okay, son. Sly Silas was already recovering, his entrepreneurial instincts kicking back in, a flicker of cunning returning to his eyes. He looked at Percy, then at the recovered credits, calculating his net gain even with the refund. The sale of the gravitonium chronoglyph was still massively profitable, as was the lesson in applied psychology he'd learned. You tell the captain to use the credits and maybe take his young lady, the furious Miss Darla, to some fancy restaurant, perhaps one with sentient weight droids and nebula wine. To square things with her, perhaps a high-value dealer with an overstocked supply of rare delicacies could even assist in that endeavor. But that's another, more complicated, story for another time. Percy, he winked, almost Well, I will, sir, and thank you very much, Percy vowed, already turning to leave, filled with renewed optimism and a sense of having successfully righted a cosmic wrong. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Sly Silas, even if the fur did, in fact, fall out. It has, but you've truly made amends. You... Okay, and you tell Captain Montgomery that I'm truly sorry about this whole thing, from the very bottom of my reptilian heart, and I'm going to go straight to that furrier, that unscrupulous, incompetent asteroid textile merchant, and tell him a couple of things he won't soon forget. Sly Silas called after him, shaking his fist theatrically at an imaginary adversary. The disgrace, the utter humiliation of my good name. I mean, humiliation for the entire commercial guild. My honor demands I make an example of him. He shall be blacklisted across 3 sectors. He shall... As Percy reached the main exit of the billiards hall, another disheveled patron, a multi-limbed creature with flickering optical sensors, stumbled over, clutching a malfunctioning piece of electronics. Excuse me, Sly Silas, Louis, whatever your name is. Well, this subatomic transistor radio you sold me just last solar cycle, it doesn't seem to be working. It just emits a high-pitched shriek. It does, and then turns itself off. Sly Silas flinched, glancing frantically between the disgruntled patron and the still present, still beaming Percy. His charming facade momentarily vanished, replaced by an expression of desperate panic. Well, it's probably just a localized temporal anomaly. Or perhaps some atmospheric interference from the nearby Zalosian dust storms. It's not the radio itself. You understand? He gulped. He then caught Percy's eye, flash in a desperate, almost pleading look. So long, pal, he yelled at Percy, waving him out the door with frantic urgency. Go on. Your captain awaits your triumphant return. Percy returned to the barracks, eager to relay the good news to Beau. He found the captain looking positively green, not from illness, but from accumulated stress and a palpable, deep-seated apprehension. Beau was meticulously, almost obsessively, reorganizing a stack of unused leave requests. Captain, you won't believe it. Percy burst in, a whirlwind of boundless enthusiasm, completely ignoring Beau's visible distress. Beau just waved a dismissive hand, not even looking up. Hold on, Pippin, hold on. What did you do, kid? Open another can of multi-legged spaceworms in my name. You must have opened the package containing those rare, explosive bionauts I confiscated from Private Grunger, didn't you? What fresh hell have you wrought, Pippin? No, nothing bad, Captain, Percy exclaimed, producing the 50-credit chip with a flourish. Good news. It is. You won't believe what happened, Mr. Sly Silas. He's not such a bad man after all. He rectified his mistake. Beau finally looked up, his eyes narrowing, instantly suspicious. You mean he actually gave you the dough without a fight, Pippin? Without a single protest? Without calling for armed security? Without trying to hypnotize you with genuine void whale oil? That's right, Captain. He truly did. Percy confirmed, his face alight with honest surprise, and he was just as nice as he could be about it. He was truly remorseful for Captain Montgomery's troubles. I guess this teaches us a valuable lesson, doesn't it, Captain? A universal truth, it is. Before condemning a person, however suspicious they may seem, you ought to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's what Mother Pippin always says. She does. Beau stared at the 50-credit chip in his hand, a strange mix of disbelief and grudging respect washing over him. The audacity of Sly Silas, his sheer, unadulterated cunning, was almost admirable. Well, maybe so. Pippin, Beau sighed, the victory feeling hollow after all his emotional turmoil. But after what happened with that fur, after Dallas's reaction and my own public humiliation, I thought he was a low-down, deceitful, multi-limbed grifter. For sure. A genuine space shark of the highest order, swimming in a sea of unsuspecting marks. I never expected him to simply hand over the credits. Percy just shook his head wisely, adopting a sage, contemplative expression that belied his usual. It just goes to show, Captain, you can't judge a crook by his cover. Some of them hide their true intentions behind very polished scales and charming smiles. They do, but Mr. Sly Silas, he chose to do the right thing. So he's not a crook, after all. He's just a good businessman, learning from his mistakes. Beau blinked. A crook by his cover. Pippin, that's a good one. A surprisingly insightful observation. I'll have to remember that and tell it to Colonel Ramsey. He'll get a kick out of that one. He will. He actually cracked a small, weary smile, a rare sight that usually indicated extreme stress or impending nervous breakdown. You know something, Pippin? I think I'll actually take that Mr. Sly Silas's advice and use this dough to buy Darla a fancy dinner, a truly fancy one. Maybe I can still win her back, soothe her ruffled feathers, and repair my shattered reputation. Hey, that's a good idea, Captain. A truly wonderful one, Percy exclaimed, brightening instantly, his eyes sparkling with pure, unadulterated joy. You could take her to that meteorite Flapjacks and Folly's place on the orbital highway. Buckwheat, bales. Oh, she'd just love that. She would. They got 27 different kinds of syrup. They do. From multiberry to pure asteroid sap. It's ever so fun. Beau's nascent good mood evaporated instantly, replaced by a fresh wave of despair. His face, which had just begun to lighten, visibly paled. Syrup, pancakes, Pippin. What, in the cosmic void, is the matter with you? That's hardly the height of culinary elegance. This calls for something truly classy. Like that fancy neo-French restaurant in the quantum sector, a little candlelight, some nebula wine, an orchestra of sentient fungal musicians. It'll cost a bundle of credits. It'll far more than this paltry sum, but I'll shoot the works to fix things. My pride demands it. Oh, what a wonderful reunion that'll be. Percy sighed dreamily, his eyes gleaming with romanticized notions of reconciliation. I'd give anything to be there, Captain. To witness such a beautiful display of love and forgiveness. I just loved happy endings. I do. They warm my heart like a solar flare. Bo, feeling a rare pang of gratitude, mixed with his usual exasperation, extended a small olive branch. Well, look, Pippin, since you're kind of responsible for getting my dough back, in your own uniquely Pippin way, why don't you come around tomorrow night at the restaurant for a celebratory beverage, a simple, unobtrusive beverage, far from the main table, of course. Oh, no, Captain, Percy refused, shaking his head vehemently. This night is just for you and Miss Darla. I wouldn't want to interfere, not for all the asteroid gold in the sector. I'd feel terrible. I would. I didn't say dinner, Pippin, Bo corrected sharply, trying to keep his composure. I said a beveroo. Come around later for after dinner, after the grand reconciliation. Much later, you'll be barely noticeable. Well, fine, Percy chirped happily, his face beaming, utterly delighted by the compromise. Yeah, a late-night synth coffee it is, Captain. Thank you. Thank you, Captain. That'd be real nice. It would have. I'll just find a little corner and wait for you to signal. Word count. Continuing from the original script, you had to think he didn't even want to talk to me when I called. I must have been in that phone booth for an hour. The next evening, at the ultra-chic Le Chateau, the very air seemed to hum with suppressed tension and a delicate aroma of expensive, artificially enhanced alien spices. Captain Beauregard Montgomery, immaculately dressed in his finest dress uniform, complete with freshly polished grav boots and a newly starched collar that felt as though it was slowly strangling him, found himself enduring Darlene, Darla de Boer's pointed, arced silence across a table laden with an array of exotic, astronomically priced alien delicacies. The restaurant's soft, nebula lighting, meant to be romantic, instead, cast long, unsettling shadows across Darla's exquisitely beautiful, yet rigidly set face. Bo had tried everything. Effusive compliments on her orbital, protracted, heartfelt apologies about the infamous shedding fur incident, and desperate promises of an extravagant shopping spree in the exclusive Gamma Quadrant boutiques. Nothing. Her beautiful eyes, usually warm and vibrant, now held the cold, unyielding glint of distant starlight. You had to think I didn't even want to talk to you when I called, Vince, Darla finally said, her voice a low, injured purr, a dangerous sound, like a contented but ultimately deadly Her words, though quiet, were laden with the weight of hours of simmering indignation. I must have been in that subspace phone booth for an hour, for a full 60 standard minutes, trying to apologize to my aunt about my sudden, utterly embarrassing, lack of an acceptable The scandal was immense. Bowens, the phone call had been a disaster, culminating in him abruptly terminating the connection after Darla had hinted at legal action for emotional distress. Well, you can't exactly blame me, Darla, after what happened at the Stardust Supper Club. My reputation, my military standing, my professional integrity was compromised. Bo retorted, then immediately regretted it. He quickly backtracked, attempting to mend the rapidly widening fissure between them. Oh, honey, my dearest Darla, let's not bring that up. Let's focus on reconciliation, on forgiveness, on a brighter, more honest future for us, free of synthetic shedding fauna, this exquisite food, this delightful nebula wine. It's all here to foster peace between us. He signaled frantically to the nearest waitroid, a gleaming chrome automaton that glided silently between tables, responding to subtle hand gestures and Miss Bo addressed the droid, trying to project an air of sophisticated casualness. I'll take another handful of these Orion Spice crisps, and perhaps another bottle of the Xylonian sparklings. And here, he slid a small, exquisitely wrapped package across the table, one he'd nervously been fiddling with all evening. This is for you, Darla. Just put it on my chair. It's a genuine peace offering, my love, a token of my sincere regret. A pair of genuine anti-grav earrings, from the purest Astriodymus, certified by the Sector SA office itself. Darla's eyes, previously locked in a glacial stare, flickered to the package, a tiny spark of curiosity igniting within their icy depths. Then, she glanced back at Bo, a hint of a small, almost imperceptible smile